Hello and welcome one, welcome all. You're seeing a dark screen, but in a minute I'll just get the screen going for you. So just trying to get some things done on this end. All right, so come on in, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscription button so that we can continue to grow stronger together. All right, again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. If you're new to this platform, please remember to hit the like button, the share button, the subscription button, and comment in the chat and let us know where you're tuned in from. We would love to give you a big Voices in Education welcome. On that point of welcome, I'd like to say hello to you, Ovi, and welcome. Let me know if you're hearing me loud and clear on your side.
Yes, I am hearing you loud and clear. Love to hear that voice, and love to. I'm looking forward, I should say, looking forward to see what will happen. I love the 100 meters, and we have loads of those coming, the semi-finals and the finals. So, guys, just stick and stay here with us. You're going to get the best updates right here. The officials doing their checks and balances now to make sure that everything is all up to date. So, all the athletes are hearing what they're supposed to be hearing. They're going through their warm up and they're raring and ready to go. So that's pretty much what's happening right now. In this time period, it's a good time period for you to hit the like button, hit the subscription button, turn and your post notification on. Invite a friend over so they can also enjoy this um, the national trials there in Jamaica. What a wonderful place we live. Eh? I'm coming back over to you, my co-host. Let me know if you're ready. Not here, my co-host yet, but yes, guys, make sure you're hitting the like button and the subscription button. Help us to continue to grow. The bigger the channel, the more we're able to give you the better coverage. And most of all, we love having you here with us. It is a safe space in which we can talk about different events, track and field, football, whatever it is, but we always dwell on respect. So we respect each other and we respect each other's point of view, and that's what makes this channel a wonderful place. So if you are new to this channel, con- consider being a part of this channel by just hitting that subscription button and let us know where you're tuned in from in the chat. New subscribers, we normally give you a warm voice in education welcome. So if you're new here and you want to indicate that to us, we will definitely give you a warm welcome here. So continue to stick and stay here with us. You're not missing out on anything at the moment. We're going to get you through. Make sure you're ready to call in to share in a few words what you're thinking here. Make sure you get into the chat. Tell us which athletes you're representing, which athletes you're looking forward to, and you could give us your predictions of how you think these races will go. But the athletes are ready. We are already on this side, and I'm sure you are ready on your side as well. So let's see how all of this will go down. But before we get into anything, just do the do. Hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and help us to grow stronger. We can grow stronger together. My co-host, are you ready for us yet? Not hearing you, my co-host, but guys, just continue to be here with us. We really appreciate you, and we know we have the semifinals and the finals will come up about half an hour or so later. So we'll definitely give you that, and we'll definitely keep you abreast of what is happening. So remember to hit us up in the chat. We're getting all of those all organized for you right now. So we're seen some of the 100 meter start. It's the juniors on the track right now. St. Jacob, they're taking that one, in that one. But, Jamaica seems to be churning out the sprinters from high school level coming right up to the national level. And it is an amazing way you know, to experience this. It's really amazing. And, at the National Stadium. The track is looking really nice, nicely. That it was really just the other day, looking really nice. So in the under 17 100 meters, Adora Campbell taking that one in 11:72, and she ran easy for that one. Adora coming in there from San Diego. So that's what we're having here. But continue to stick and stay here with us, guys. We really, really appreciate you. And as you can see, we have a little bit of information coming up on screen there. So follow us on screen and make sure you're coming into the chat to have dialogue with us. I'm going to make sure that I am on top of the chat today. So I'll let me see what's happening in that regard. So we'll get there in just a moment. But the sprinting in Jamaica looks really, really good as the youngsters they are stepping up here, and we will definitely see how they will transition into that coming coming forward. So yes, continue to stick and stay here with us as we have the second we have the second semi-final, I believe, here in the under 17s coming up. We're going to have quite a bit of 100 meters race run this afternoon. And I'm seeing Gail say she's ready and hearing you loud and clear. All right, Gail, we know you're our resident supporter here. We really appreciate having you. Mindset, big up yourself. And we see Eco being here too. Enough love, guys. Greetings from Eco, their tech gaming. And big up yourself, Tech Gaming, another resident supporter right here. We're really happy to have you guys here with us as usual. So thank you for being on with us and continue to keep the chat going because I know that you guys normally hit us up in the chat. What are you looking forward to the most today? Is it the 100 meters final for the females or is it for the males? Who will take it? Let us know in the chat. We need to be brave and give our predictions really early so that we know exactly what is happening in that regard. But we're continuing to watch what's happening on that one. As you can see,
Fantastic. Fantastic there, Ovi. Hello, everyone, and welcome, welcome, welcome. So what you're seeing on screen right now is the girls, so under 17. So the girls who are advancing to the semis. So this is the list here. And I know some people say we have bigger fish to fry, but we have to start here for sure. All right, so as you can see here, Adora Campbell, St. Jago, 1172. Rebecca, Tap Track Academy, 1228. Shade Allen, Omotech, 1237. Elissa Campbell, Ole Childhood, 1246. Sheldane, William Nib, 1256. Keelan, Ole Childhood, 1259. Michaelia, 1279. Rihanna Laws, Ole Childhood, 1223. All right, so those are the times there. All right, so, all right. And I know for sure we're definitely anticipating some big things, all right? And we'll be here for it all being well. So guys, as you enter, please remember to hit the like button. Come on, let's get the likes going. So hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let's just continue to grow stronger together. All right. And Gail in the chat is saying, I'm waiting for the Rocket, all right, the GOAT, Shelly and Fraser Price in the 100 meters. Let us know who you're looking forward to seeing. So on that note, let's take a look at the lineup for the women's 100 meters. And I guess, Ovi, we can start doing some predictions, all right? So this comes up at about 7:55 Jamaica time. So, well, not too far from there. And right now they're moving to the boys under 17. All right. And then we'll have the girls under 20. So perhaps a little bit behind schedule, but we'll see what happens. All right. We'll see what happens. So in heat number one, and as you can see on screen, the top two from each heat will advance plus the next two best times. All right. And mindset, it should be at about 7:55 Jamaica time, but it would appear as if they're a bit behind schedule. So we're getting pretty close though. So we have now, I believe, the boys under 17 going on. All right. And then we'll go to the girls under 2100 and then the boys under 20, then segue into the women's 100 meters semifinals. All right. And KJ, welcome. Donna, welcome. Twin Turk, Edwin Allen. All right. Come on in, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscription button. Easy ways to support us. And if you want to get super, you can definitely get super in the chat there as well. We appreciate your support. So whether you're liking, sharing, subscribing, or getting super, we really appreciate the support. And there is also channel membership there. And yes, mindset, indeed. So for heat number one, all right, the top two. Who do you believe the top two will be here? So we have Nisha, Kashika, Serena Cole, Janelle Smith, Ashanti Moore, Sharika Jackson, Alana Reed, Danielle Williams. So here I am going to go with Sharika and Alana. But, you know, Daniel is trying a thing. But Sharika and Alana, all right? And Stephanie, if you're tuning in, big up yourself. All right, so Sharika and Alana. And on that mind, sweetie, you're definitely welcome. All right, you're definitely welcome. And yes, mindset, let them know that they need to hit the like button. So guys, come on. Hit the like button, hit the subscription button. We'll be here for the remainder of the trials. So you want to ensure that you're sticking and staying with us. Ensure that you hit that subscription button as well. That is definitely important as we try to get to 10K. All right. So with your support, we can definitely get there. All right. So Ovi, heat number one on screen there. Who do you believe is going to the top two from this heat?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's a loaded heat already. You got to choose Sharika for this one. Alana is doing well, but I'm going to go with Danielle just to add a little bit of variety to this one. Since you're going with Alana Reid, I'm going with
No, don't
Danielle.
say since
Yeah,
I'm going with. You're going with
yeah.
who? That because of
Danielle
me. So you know
and
what? The next heat
Sharika in
is
that
gonna
order.
be okay. Okay, good. Daniel for you. Donna is going with Sharika and Janelle. All right, and Bahamas. So Donna is tuned in from the Bahamas. All right, Ovi, we're going to start off with you for heat number two. All right, so in heat number two, we have Alia Baker, Shania Douglas, Shanice Walker, Crystal Slowly, Shelly Fraser Price, Tia Clayton, Natasha Morrison, Marissa Palmer. Ovi, you're up.
It's going to be Tia and the Pocket Rocket for me. Tia Clayton and the Pocket Rocket. That's another loaded heat. I tell you, it's
This
getting
is
hotter
a
and
loaded
hotter.
one.
It is
Yeah, and
getting hotter and hotter, I tell you. But
this is
I'm
a
going to
loaded
go with
one
Tia.
for sure. And
Just
I'm
let me
going to
hear
go
who
with
I'm going to go with.
Tia and Shelly for sure, but Crystal Slowly is going to at least, I think this heat props you'll get one of the at least the second best times. I'll just say that. But guys in the chat, let me know. Heat number two. The names are on screen there, who are you taking in this one? And let me just see.
Let me just respond to Eco. Thank you. He said he's looking forward to both the 100 finals for males and females. We are all looking forward to it, and we're just wondering who will take this one. It's going to be a cracker.
Okay, thanks. I didn't see that comment, so perhaps I need to. Sometimes they don't show up right away, guys. All right, so now, all right, so now heat number 2. I'm just going to go back in the chat before I move to the next heat, just to ensure that we're not missing your comments. All right, not seeing any new comments on my side, Ovi. All right, so let's go to the next heat. All right, and Ovi, you're up, or should I go? All right, so in this one, we have Chimera, all right, Lavania, Carletta, Brianna Williams, Jodine Williams, Tina Clayton, Kemba Nelson, Alexis James. No, this is a tough one. I'm going to go with Tina Clayton for sure. I'm going with Brianna Williams. Ovi, what do you say about this heat on screen?
Well, Tina Clayton for the first one. I'm trying to figure out the second. I'm going to go with you with this one, Brianna with Tina from this one.
All right, so guys, you can comment in the chat. All right, so that's it, 3 heats, and then the next 2 fastest times. So that's the situation there, and we'll definitely see what happens. So this one comes up in a little bit, and Eco is going with Tina and Brianna. All right, so fantastic there. All right, so that in the chat. Come on, guys. We're not yet at 50 likes. Let's get the likes up to 50. Close the X, hit the like button, hit the subscription button as we continue to grow stronger together. All right, so let's just do that. And while we did that for the women, let's take a look at the men's. All right, so in heat number 1, so it's similarly in this one, it's top 3. But for the women, it was, let me just double check here. It was top 2. All right, so this one, top 3. And then the next best 2 times. All right, so for heat, so perhaps it's just 2 heats. Yep, here we go. So heat number 1, we have Ashani, Christopher Taylor, Rowan Watson, Sandra Davidson, Oblique Seville, Brian Leville, Taekwondo Tracy, and O'Dane McPherson. No, for sure, Brian Leville and Oblique Seville. But guys, let me tell you something. I feel like Brian Leville is going to make a mark in the final as long as he does not run himself out. So with Brian Level now, I'm trying to just understand him as he goes through the rounds. But I feel like Brian Level is perhaps going to upset somebody in the final once he gets there. All right, so that's my take on it. Just remember I said that. But so for sure, Level, Seville, and perhaps I'll just go with Christopher Taylor because he's hungry and wanting to go, but maybe Taekwondo, Tracy. Maybe Taekwondo. That one is a little bit challenging. So, Ovi, I don't know if you can help out in this regard. Heat number
Well,
1.
I'm not sure if I can help out because it's just a good feel. The good feel is just a good feel, but I'm going with Savell, Level, and Watson for this one. So those
Well,
are my
that's
three.
Rowan Watson, yeah? Good pick.
Yeah,
All
those
right,
are my
so
three. Yeah.
the next heat here, all right, we have Johan Blake, Raheem Ford, Jelani Gordon, Nkrumah, Kishane Thompson, Akeem Blake, Kadrian Golson, Andre Bent. So for sure, Kishane Thompson, Akeem Blake, and I it's and I'm going to just go with Nkrumah. No. I'm just going to go with Nkrumah. I'm just going to go with Nkrumah. I'm just going to go with Nkrumah. All right, Ovi, you're up. And guys in the chat, let us know. And the Gale is going with Blake, Civil, and Thompson. In terms of the final Gale, I suppose. Eco is saying Level. Yeah, Brian Level. I think he's going to make an upset. That's just my view. Ovi, E2.
He too still a thought out, so he too is processing, but it's Kishan and Blake. I'm trying to figure out who to give the third place to. And I'm going to go with let's I'm going to go with Gordon. Gordon for my third spot.
All right, Jelani. All right, fantastic. Guys, we're over. We're not yet at 50 likes. Come on, guys. Close the X at the top of the chat and hit that thumbs up button. Also, hit that subscription button and come on in the chat and just share. All right. All right. So that's the situation. So we're at the girls should be getting there now to the girls 100 meters, and then we're getting closer to the sound the big things them. So we'll be here, all right guys, to the end to ensure that we're taking you through, all right, evening and all the updates. And again, you will watch on screen with us, in terms of the times and everything. We'll have that up for you, but we won't spoil the fun. So happy to have you guys here. So roll call. Let us know where you're tuned in from. So drop the name of the country along with the flag. Don't just put the flag alone because we want to ensure that we get it right. Or if you want to say, I am tuned in from Manchester, Jamaica, whatever, let us know where you're tuned in from. All right. And, it's getting ready. So we are going to the girls. So let's just take a look here for the first heat of 2. All right. So you will see that once it gets going, we should have in here. All right, Angela Stewart. All right, Chevian, Shavana Grant, Abigail Wolf, Sabrina Dockery. All right, J. Dean Bachelor, Crystal Shaw, and Kamoy Cole. All right, so Dockery, hopefully she should do well. All right, and we should see, everything. And I think Wolf too. So we'll see what happens in this one for sure. Welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. Let me know if you're still hearing me loud and clear in the chat. And please remember to hit the like button, the subscription button, and don't forget to let us know where you're tuned in from. If you're new to this space, welcome. Voices in Education is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We do that in a respectful way to ensure that we're maintaining our safe community. So we don't bash, we don't belittle, we don't disrespect anyone. We just keep it real and respectful, and we understand that we share different views. So for example, you may want to see one athlete win, another person, another athlete, and that's totally okay. We just do it in a respectful way. All right, so thank you guys for making it Voices in Education. We are so happy to have you here with us. All right, so that's the situation there, and I'm looking in the chat. So Kishan and Akeem, all right, for Eco there, and Gail is saying Level, Johan Blake, the veteran. Okay, Gail. All right, USA is in the house. Who else is here? Let us know in the chat. All right. And Tech Gaming is tuning in from Bahamas. All right. Oh, Tech Gaming. Everything was just a rush in terms of just getting here and to get this live going. But guys, I'll ask. I know karaoke is usually in the 400s, right? Not too sure what is happening. It could be a situation too where she perhaps sought a medical exemption, because that works too. So we'll have to double check on that for you. All right, Eco, Jamaican living in New York. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here again with us. And let me tell you, Sabrina Dockery just dismissed the field there. As you can see on screen, 11:30. And it's a world qualifying time. All right. Shavana Grant of Titchfield too, with a world qualifying time. And at least it's a plus 0.2. All right. Win. So let's see if we get some fast times here. So as you can see now, heat number 2 of 2 here. Kushan Miller, Oli Childwood, Regina Bailey, Omotek, Roana of St. Catherine, Alex of Allen, Brianna of Life University, Tiana Room, St. Mary High, Sasha Gay Williams, Oli Childwood, and Trisha Walker of Camperdown. Okay, will not be starting there. All right, so you're welcome, Tech Gaming. We'll definitely check. Angela, welcome. All right, so guys, sometimes you have to remind me of things. All right, so my apologies there, Tech Gaming, but things have been just flying. All right, so we literally just flew into this live. But that's okay. Life happening. So you guys can help and just, say, all right, voice is the one to hear. So you have to hit the like button, hit the subscription button, because life and other things that we have to attend to. All right, OJ, welcome. So Tobago is in house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I love Trinidad and Tobago. I always talking about my doubles. So OJ, can you do a good doubles? All right, welcome, welcome. And we're happy to have you here with us. So guys, we like to acknowledge you as well. So don't be afraid to hit that subscription button and just come on over and tune in. So we're getting closer and closer, guys, to the ladies coming on the track. And we'll definitely keep you posted in that context for sure. So we're here at the girls under 20, all right, prelims. And this is the second heat. Guys, I don't think we're yet at 50 likes. Come on, guys. I can't be begging you yesterday and begging you today again. Let's do the do. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and hit the subscription button. Also, after the semis, we're going to open the phone line just to take some quick calls. All right, so we love engagement here. So we want you to keep the chat going. All right, so definitely keep the chat going and let us just continue to grow stronger together, all right? So we want to hear from you and we want you to help us on this side, all right? Keep us going on this side as well. All right, so Alex Henry there of Edwin Allen, as you can see, taking the #1 spot there in heat #2. And these are the qualifiers, all right, for the semis. All right, so Alex Henry, all right, Sabrina Dockery, Brianna Campbell, Shavana Grant, Jadine Batchelor, Regina Bailey, all right, Abigail Wolf, Chevian Chim, Tiana Rooms, we like to acknowledge, and Angel Stewart, Kristen Miller, Crystal Shaw, all right, Sasha Gay Williams. So we like to acknowledge those young ladies as well. All right, fantastic, fantastic. So it's the boys who will come up next, all right? So we'll have the boys 100. And as you can see, it's just 2 heats. So we're 2 races away from the women's 100 meters semi-finals. Are you ready? Let me know in the chat. We're definitely getting closer and closer, but we want to know if you're ready. Are you ready for this? That's the big question. Ovi, coming over to you.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Yes, ready long time. I was born ready for this. I tell you, it's going to be really hot, the semifinals. And I'm thinking, geez, 100 meters finals, when they come up, it's going to be similar to the likes of the Olympics or the World Championships. We have great sprinters here in Jamaica, and I tell you, I think everybody is bringing their A game out, so we can just look forward to some good performances coming in. And just talking about good performances, Sabrina Dockery a while ago, she dismissed the field. That was awesome. And I'm telling you, Jamaica keeps churning out some good sprinters. I think sprinting is in good hands here in Jamaica, and we'll continue to do well at this. Coming back over to you, my co-host.
All right, fantastic. And Gail is ready. Absolutely. And Eco, ever ready. Born ready. All right, I like it. And OJ is saying Sharika, Tia, and Tina. Okay, so OJ has some picks there in the chat. All right, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's keep the chat going. If you have not yet hit that thumbs up button, close the X and hit that thumbs up button now. What are you waiting for? All right, so hit that thumbs up button as we continue to grow stronger together. And as you can see, we're just we're pretty close, pretty close. All right, so can I get, let's do this, 10 persons to hit the like button and 10 persons to hit the subscription button. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, guys. Let's go. All right. 10 persons to hit the like button and 10 persons to hit the subscription button. Let's do it. And just to let you know, this first heat is just taking up a little bit of time. So the race was called back. So just to give you that update. All right. So we'll see what happens in that context. So just to let you know. All right. So that's the situation there. All right, so welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. If you're just tuning in, please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and of course, the subscription button. We're getting closer to that 100 mark. So thank you so much. Let's just continue to grow stronger together. All right, as we get ready for the women's 100 meters semifinals. And as they would say, it's gonna be lit. Welcome, guys. Welcome one. Welcome all. So we'll definitely see what happens. And we'll be here to give you all the updates. And as you can see, the times there are coming in. All right, so royal qualifying there for Antonio Powell, 10:39. Ramaldo, 10:43, also a royal qualifying time. Trey, 10:56, royal qualifying time there as well. And you can see the remaining results there on screen. And now it's a plus 1.5. All right, wind. So let's see what happens. All right, so the next heat comes up. We should see Jay, all right, of JC, Kevon of Speed Academy, James of Excelsior, Tavane, Herbert Morrison, Riquelme, Excelsior, Ainsley, Woolmer's Boys, Tremaine, Clarendon College, so CC, Nicholas, unattached there, all right? So we'll definitely see what happens. So we are one race away from sound the big things them. All right, so let me know in the chat if you're still here and are you ready? The chat, I am not seeing anything on new on my end. So Ovi, I am coming over to you.
Okay, I'm getting myself all cozied up to see how this one pans out. You know, eight athletes for males, eight for females going forward to the finals. Who will bring their A game in the semifinals? And you know, the semifinal, you can't take this for granted. You have to go out there and execute. So it's going to be interesting to see how these races pan out. So really looking forward to it as the under the 18 to 19 boys, they're going to finish off now, and I guess we're going to get into the three semifinals for the ladies, and that's going to be really amazing. All right, back over to you.
Thank you. So on that note, too, a question just popped in my head, and I think Ovi, we had some conversation about this. Guys in the chat here, do you believe that the Jamaica trials are too early, or are the trials okay at this time given this length of the season? Like, let us know your views in the chat. All right, would love to hear from you in that context. All right, so I guess it can go either way depending on how you look at it, but would love to hear your views about that as well. All right, we're over 100 strong, it appears, and I don't believe we're at 50 likes yet. So please, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscription button as we continue to grow stronger together. All right, so in a little bit, we should see the times here on screen for the boys 100 meters under 20 semifinals, heat number 2. And they were called back, so just to let you know that as well. All right, so just to let you know. So still allowing the ladies, looks like the athlete from Clarendon College. All right, unfortunately, so we'll see here. Looks to be like Tremaine. What? They didn't kick him out. It's a faulty start, so kudos to the starters. No complaints. All right, so just to let you know that. All right, so again, guys, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. And not seeing any new comments in the chat. So can we get 50 out of the 100 people here to comment in the chat? All right, let us know where you're tuning from. So read of Excelsior World qualifying time. All right, 10:38 and the wind plus 1.1. All right, Tavane 10:59, also a world qualifying time. Ainsley 10:61, James 10:69, Tremaine 10:74. And the remaining times will populate there. 10:84 Robinson. 10:81 for Jay, Kevon 10:83. All right, so those are the times there. But guess what? All right, so Gail is saying US trials are fierce and challenging, and those are in July. All right. So guess what now, guys? All right, as you can see on screen here, the qualifiers. So Reed, Powell, Smythe, Barrett, Stewart, McGregor, Wallace, Harrison. All right, and then we want to acknowledge Tremaine, all right, as well as Nicholas, Jay, Kevon, Ajay, Roshane, Alex. All right, so that's the situation there. So hopefully the wind continues to be good. And let me tell you now, Sharika is there. This is it now, guys. This is the moment. And you will see on screen. All right. This is the moment for sure. All right. Alkush, welcome. And the 100 final, you're saying Tia, Shelly, Tina. So we're going to do the semis. So this is the first heat. All right. In lane 1, Naisha Berger. Lane 2, Kashika. Lane number 3, Serena Cole. Lane 4, Janelle. Lane 5, Ashanti. Lane 6, Sharika. Lane 7, Alana. Lane 8, Danielle. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens in this one. Are you ready? Let me know in the chat. All right, if you're ready. All right, we're over 100 strong. So happy to have you guys here with us. And in a little bit, you will see the numbers flying on your screen. Yes, KJ is ready. As they would say, ready like Freddy. All right, let me know. Avi, are you ready for this?
Well, I am. I hope the athletes are, because I tell you, this is. Yeah, I'm just thinking about the 100 meters for the females. You have the likes of Alana Reid, you have Daniel, you have Sharika, and a lot of good athletes there. You still have Shelly and Fraser, the pocket rocket, the twins. I tell you, it's just three that will qualify. So,
No, two
some of
from
the
each heat. Two.
in terms of to go to the world champ. So I'm thinking that it's going to
Oh,
be, yeah, it's going to be
well, I'm
heartbreak for
gonna
some of them, but it's the fit of the fittest that will survive. So they'll have to go there and execute some good semi-final races in order to in order to make sure that they are in the final and in with a chance. So
for
they
sure.
have to get the game face on.
For sure. All right. So just to remind you guys of our pick here for this one, Sharika and Alana for me. And Ovi, you picked Sharika and Daniel. All right. So we'll see what happens in this one. And a lot of you had your picks in the chat there. So this is heat number 1. Top 2 from heat. Then the next 2 best times will advance to the final later on, right here. Stick and stay with us right here. We're here and we're ready for this. I'm not gonna spoil it, guys. I'm not gonna spoil it. So we're ready for this. I will not spoil it for you. I'll allow you to just take that in all on screen there. All right. So just to let you know. And Eco is going with Sharika and Janelle. All right. All right. So just to let you know that, lots of cheering there. All right. So we'll definitely see what happens in this context. All right. Jacqueline, welcome. Sharika and Janelle. All right. We'll see what happens for sure. So Daniel is just testing our speed. Daniel is having a fantastic time. Remember, Daniel is our 100 meter hurdles champion. So she has a bye. And I figured what happened in the Grand Slams, all right? That is why Daniel is here. All right, so just to give you some context in that sense. All right, you'll see on screen there. No talking. All right, guys. So, guys, let me tell you, Sharika got up pretty quickly. And it was a close one there between Reed and Smith. But Alana got in. So, and it's a World Champs qualifying time for Sharika, for Alana as well, for Janelle as well. So we'll pay attention to that 11:03 there and to see if Smith has a time, all right, in that context. So right now, the 2 best times, as you would notice, would be Ashanti Moore, so 11:08. So that's the bubble time there. And I am telling you, that was a fantastic one. All right. Sports number 1, welcome. And as we know now, I am one check mark. So I got this one. So 1094 for Sharika. Good time there. We'll see what happens. Good time. Good time to run in the semis here. Tamar, welcome. Sharika and Alana. And yes, yeah, we understand. Like the leg in Kali there, Gail. All right. So heat number 2 is coming up next. And in this one, we have Alia, Shania, Shanice, Crystal Soley, Shelly and Fraser Price, Tia Clayton, Natasha Morrison, Marissa Palmer, and we both went with Shelly and Tia. So we'll definitely see what happens in this one for sure. All right, so Ovi, quickly, just about 20 seconds over to you, that first race. I guess
No,
we can
no
come back
worries.
to it, but yeah.
Definitely, I'm congratulating you for that one. Daniel didn't finish, unfortunately for me, but Sharika shut it down at about 80, so that's good. And she ran sub 11, so that's great. She's in good form, and this evening continues to be really, really going really, really well. Back over to you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And, I am so proud of this young lady, Shania Douglas. I don't have her in my pick, but if she should ever make the final, all right, later on, that would be fantastic too. All right, Tamar is going with Shelly and Tia. All right, this one should be this one is a loaded semi, I'll say. All right, so Natasha Morris is in this one as well. We have Crystal Slowly. I think she's going to run. And guys, I am a little bit worried about Shelly, but we'll see what happens. But I'm still going with Shelly and Tia. All right, for this one. All right, so Eco is going with Tia and Natasha. All right, as the top two. All right, good pick there, but we'll see what happens for sure. All right, so Shelly is looking all natural and I guess me ready for business right now. Shelly and Fraser Price. The bubble time 11:08. All right, Tia between Slowly and Shelly. I get you, Jackie. I get you. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens. So we're waiting for this one. I can tell you the athletes, they're at the start there. All right, so again, Alia Baker, Shania Douglas, Shanice Walker, Crystal Slowly, Shelly Ann Fraser Price, Tia Clayton, Natasha Morrison, Marissa Palmer. All right. So just to let you know, so we'll definitely see what happens in this one. And Shelly Ann Fraser Price there, getting lots of cheers from the crowd there in the National Stadium. All right, guys, so we are pretty much getting ready for this one. Watch the time on screen because I won't spoil it for you. All right. All right, so it's interesting, Tia Clayton is the fastest Jamaican woman this year, 10:92, and remember Sharika just ran 10:94. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens in this one. All right, Mark, welcome. All right, we hope so too. Would love to see her. All right, this one is taking a little bit longer than the first, but I guess we can understand why. All right, guys. All right, any moment now, we should see the screen going.
This one is fully loaded. This come like robot.
Yep. Eco is saying suspense. George, welcome. And it's a long start here, guys. The starter asked him to stand up. So we're waiting. And as George is saying, the lineup is crazy. And welcome, George, from Kenya. So happy to have you here with us. Guys, ensure that when I come back, we have like 100 likes. Come on. We're over 200 strong. Hit the like button, hit the subscription button. We're here for the remainder of the trials, and as you can see on screen there, I'm not spoiling it, all right? And look at the times. Tia, 10:86. Shelly, 11:02. And let me tell you, Tia took charge. She was just flying and somewhat slows down at the line there. 10:86. And Shelly, the journey continues for her. Crystal slowly, 11:21. So that bubble time there. So Shelly is through to the final. So Crystal slowly will not be in the final. So 10:86 here for Tia. And you can see the remaining times there coming on the screen there. So 11:21 won't work there for Crystal slowly. Just a little bit too slow in this one. All right, so Tia there. Let me just look in the chat. And let's see here. Whoa, from Colin, from Mark there, and OMG Eco. All right, and Mark is saying I knew Shelly and Fraser Price would. Ovi, coming over to you for a few seconds. Talk to us.
You want me to give you a pocket rocket comment? I tell you, brilliant run by Clayton. Shelley still have it in terms of it was a strong field and she was able to hold her own. But Clayton did really, really well there. And I tell you, at the 100 meters final is going to be out of this world. Really good performances there from the young lady.
Yeah, fantastic. And guys, as you can see now, the final heat here. All right, Shimeria. All right, Elite there, Track Club, Lavania, Carletta, Brianna Williams, Jodine Williams, Tina Clayton, Kemba Nelson, and Alexis James. So for this one, our pick was Tina and Brianna. All right, but you Kemba is somewhere there too, but Tina and Brianna Williams, our pick here. So it's my pick, obvious pick. So remind me, guys, of your pick in the chat, quick and fast. All right. All right, so we'll definitely see. And Eco is waiting for Tina, Twin Turbo. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens in this one, the final heat for sure. All right, so guys, come on, make sure you're hitting the like button and the subscription button. We should be at minimum 100 likes. All right, and Tina is right there looking out and saying, okay, my sister just did that. I need to go and run my race. All right. All right. Jacqueline is saying Tina and Brianna. All right. Gail is saying Tina and Brianna. All right. Alkush is saying Shelly saving the best for last for sure. That's a good way to look at it. Shelly is very experienced. All right, and has a lot of experience there, Shelly and Fraser Price. And Mark Collins is saying Tina and Brianna. All right. All right. So yes, guys, in a little bit you'll see the time. Let me just set this properly so you can see the time there on screen. All right. So we'll definitely see what happens. And Jodine Williams, always showing up for Jamaica, but it is what it is. And, we talk about those world relays when we say athletes, they need to show up, right? So we'll see what happens. So the second half of the twin turbo is in this one, Tina. So we'll see what happens. And we saw her there, Racers Grand Prix, taking that one. All right. And Eco is saying optimistic. All right, optimistic there. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens here. All right, so guys, we're getting ready for this final one. And again, you will see the time on your screen there. All right, so don't touch that dial. I mean, don't switch the channel. All right, stay here. All right, Ajay, Tina might just do a 10-8-4. Lord, all right, sit there. Not say anything more. And guys, look at the time. 10-9-3 there. Tina Jodine. 11-08. Remember, I just call her name. Brianna. 11-20. So Brianna will not make it through. Kemba Nelson. All right, 11-23. And I'm so happy for Jodine Williams in this one. And we'll have to see who makes it on that 11-08. No, not 11-08, 11-20. So Brianna won't make it. Jodine is in the number 2 spot. So that's good and well. Yeah. So Tina is the second fastest Jamaican this year. She's right behind her sister. All right, so we'll see here. So we'll definitely see what happens. So you'll see here now the finalists. And look at the finals. So the finals here, we have Tia at 1086, Tina Clayton, all right, 1093, Sharika, 1094, Shelly Ann Fraser, 1102, Alana Reed, 1102, Jodine, 1108, Janelle, 1103, Ashanti Moore, 1108, and unfortunately, Brianna Williams will not go through. Crystal Slowly, Serena, Shanice, Kemba, Carletta, Tashika, Shanoya, Shimeria, Lavania, Natasha, Nisha, Marissa, Alia, Alexis, James. Ovi, coming over to you. Your views on that final race there of the semifinals quickly, because the men, they're coming out,
Well,
they're
I,
ready.
I, I tell you, it is hot, and the final is going to be hot. Right now, I can see that the twins and the Sharika have separated themselves somewhat from the rest. And the fourth fastest time would be, well, shared fourth fastest time would be between Shelly and I think Alana. But I tell you, Shelly's experience, the final takes a lot, so we can't rule anyone out of the final, but it's going to be a cracker. Maybe we're going to see sub 10-8 in the final.
All
Back over
right,
to
thank
you.
you so much. And look at heat number 1 here of the men's 100-meter semifinals. We have Ashani, Christopher Taylor, Rowan Watson, Sandra Davidson, Oblique Civil, Brian Level, Taekwondo Tracy, Dane McPherson. And it's the top three from each heat because we have two heats here. My pick, Oblique, Brian, and I think I went with Taekwondo. And Ovi, you went with Oblique, Brian, and I believe Rohan Watson. So we'll definitely see. So guys, comment in the chat. It's now or never. And Sandra Davidson isn't here. So it's a DNS there for Sandra. All right. So we'll see what happens here in this context here. So, all right, guys. We're about to see something here and level. And remember, I said I think level is going to do some, but let's just go through this one first. All right, so we're just waiting for this one and you'll definitely see. And remember, guys, the finals are tonight, men and women, all right? And Mark is saying Civil, Taylor, and Level, all right? I think I went with Christopher Taylor or between Christopher Taylor and Taekwondo. That was my picking. I just remember that, yeah. All right, so guys, I don't know. Can somebody tell me how many likes we're at? All right, somebody just give me the likes count in the chat there. That would be fantastic. And of course, you know, it's a part of life, and I think she perhaps is disappointed, but you know, it's just unfortunate. We won't see Bree in the I think she's doing the 200, so we'll see what happens there. All right. And Jacqueline is saying Level and Blake. Which one are the Blake? Akeem Blake? All right. So we'll definitely see what happens. Yes, Sophie. So this is another fantastic one. And Jacqueline is saying Taylor in the top three. And sure, they should have some determination to get him there. But at least even on the next two best times, all right? So we'll see what happens. All right. Gail is saying 56 likes. Vanessa is saying 54. So guys, we're not yet at 100 likes. We're over 200 strong. Come on, guys. Close the X and hit the thumbs up button. All right. So guys, let's keep the likes going. Let's keep the likes going. Hit the subscription button. Hit the thumbs up button. Your support means a lot to us. All right. So let's see what happens here. And I'm not saying anything. You see the time on screen there? All right, Civil, 984, Level, 994. So pretty consistent there. Rowan, 10 flat. So Ovi, kudos to you. Check mark there. 1007 for Odin. Christopher Taylor, 1015. So perhaps he's not going to make it. We'll see Taekwondo 1016. And let me tell you, Seville is easy like Sunday morning. And I'm telling you, I said, shut right down. Easy like Sunday morning, just cruising. I mean, strolling. Maybe he felt he was going too fast, but I am telling you, the way he shut it down, my word, Ovi, talk to me. Talk to me.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That was a brilliantly executed first, I would say, first 70 meters from Seville. And then he literally almost stopped. He was able to use the momentum that he had to pull through, but he dismissed the field pretty early from about 60 meters. And then he realized that he's in the clear, shut it
Yes,
down.
and he
And
was
I tell
talking
you,
to himself and just open up his arms like, oh my God, I am in the form of my life. I'm telling the people,
yeah,
if
that's good
this
to
is
see.
going to be lit,
Yes, the
this is
finals are
going
going
to
to be,
be
yeah.
lit. The fine and Seville. Perhaps he's going to set a rally. We'll see. Eat number 2 is about to send an alarm as well. In this one, we have Johan Blake, Raheem Ford, Jelani Gordon, and crewmate Kishane Thompson, Akeem Blake, Kadrian Golson, Andre Bent. And I went with Kishane, Blake, and Nkrumah. And Ovi, you went with Kishane, Blake, and who else? I think Jelani Gordon.
Gordon, yeah, I went to Gordon.
So guys, let's see. I am telling you, oblique looks good. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So guys, just to let you know that. All right, so we are keeping you posted here. Oblique civil. Looking so, oh my God, looks very good. All right, so looks very good. Looks very good. Just to let you know that. So Jamaica is lighting up. And I'm not seeing any. Okay, there are the comments. All right. Equal is saying Kishane and Akeem. Seville is running great. All right. And so welcome. Is this Isu? And Tamar, Akeem, Blake, and Kishane. We need one more. It's 3 from the Heat, all right? Because it's just 2. Kishane and Akeem. Oral is saying Thompson and Blake. Which one are the Blake? Akeem? How are you on? All right. Kishane, Akeem, and then Nkrumah. All right. That's my pick there too. Come on, guys. Hopefully we're at 100 likes. Let's keep going. And if you'd like to get super in the chat, you can definitely do that. Opio, welcome. Seville. All right. And let me tell you, let me just fix this so that we can see the time here on screen. All right. So we'll definitely see what happens in this one. The bubble time, 10:15. All right, so we'll see here what happens for sure. So guys, so happy to have you here with us. Please remember to hit the like button, the subscription button. All right, and Oral, Akeem, Tamar is saying Ford. All right, some good picks there coming in. All right, so we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. And Opio is tuning in from Uganda. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here with us. And hello to everyone tuned in from Uganda. Namara, I'm not sure if you're here, but Namara is also from Uganda. So we have some community members from Uganda. So welcome, guys. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens in this one for sure. All right, so guys, just remember to hit that like button, hit the subscription button, turn on your post notification, tap the bell, select all so that you do not miss any updates. We are here for it. All right. And Oral is saying, you know, the third one is so hard to choose. And I can totally understand that. And I hope Akeem Blake does not jump the start. That's always my fear with Akeem Blake, but we'll see what happens. So Jay, welcome. All right. I guess Kishane, Akeem, and Gordon. All right, welcome. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens here in this one for sure. All right, guys, we're here and we're keeping you posted. All right, you won't find anything better than this, I suppose. All right, so just continue to stick and stay with us. And Oral is saying yes to that. All right, for sure. Bawaji and Nkrumah. Sometimes I just can't call his first name. I just stick to the last name. So let's see what happens here. All right, so there you go. Not going to comment any further. That's it on screen. Guys, Mr. Guys. All right, 980 for Kishane Thompson. All right, Mr. Guys. All right. So Kishane Thompson is looking easy as well. But look here, guys. Adrian goes to 10:05 as well as Akeem Blake 10:05. All right, so the bubble time is 10:15. So Akeem Blake, well, it's the top three, so he's good. And look at Kadrian Golson. And let me tell you, this is lit, guys. This one is definitely lit. So, Ovi, I'm going to pop over to you as the remaining times coming. And Kishan
Oh,
is the mood.
so just to tell you, Kishan dismissed the field and he didn't run right through. The close-up shows him not running right through. So I think he might have shut it down from about 80 meters. But you might hear me using the word might. He kept his form really good. And I'm telling you, he is running way faster than 980 right now. And I tell you, it's going to be a showdown between him and Civil in the final. It would be good to see those two guys running shoulders and next beside each other. It's going to be a cracking final, guys. We are excited for that. Please make sure that you're supporting us and you're sticking and staying with us. Make sure the post notification is on. Make sure you have hit the thumbs up button and you have invited a friend over so we can share the joy. Back over to you, my
Yeah,
co-host.
and based on the times here, I believe Ryan Ford and Nkrumah should perhaps make it in terms of the bubble time. So it should be Raheem and Nkrumah who will be moving on the two best time. All right, so we'll see. And Nkrumah should be in the final. So we're waiting for the compiled list here to pop up on screen. Oh, my. Oh, my. And here we go. So with the pop-up times here. All right, so Kishane Thompson 980, and it's a world champion qualifying time. All right, we have Oblique Civil 984. All right, Brian Neville 994, also world qualifying time. Rowan Watson 10 flat, world championship qualifying time. Kadrian Golston 10:05. Akeem Blake 10:05, Ryan Ford 10:06, and Nkrumah 10:06. They round out the final that will come up later on. All right, it's today. It's today, so don't go anywhere. If you need to take a wellness break, for sure, but do not leave the channel. All right, and we want to acknowledge here O'Dane McPherson, 10:07, Christopher Taylor, 10:15, and he will go for the 200, so that's Chris Taylor. Taekwondo Tracy, 10:16, Andre Bent, 10:19, Johan Blake, 10:19, Ashani, 10:26, and Jelani Gordon, 10:27. All right, and Ovi, talk to me now. Talk, no, we can talk. And guys, we're going to take some calls. So Ovi, I'm going to turn this one over to you. And I know a lot of persons perhaps are going to want to know at what time is this and at what time is that. So we
All
should
right.
be here until about 10 o'clock Jamaica time. All right. So that tells you should tell you all. So Ovi, I'm just going to come over to you right now. All right, so you can just take this one, and I guess you're going to talk about these results. And guys, in a little bit, we will also open the phone line because we need to hear from you guys as well. All right, over to you, Ovi.
All right, thank you. So, as you're seeing on screen there, we have Shane, Oblique, and Brian with sub 10 times. And that's admirable right there. So I think that's where our top three is coming from. But the kind of wins that we saw from Seville and Kishane Thompson, like it is total domination. Kishane Thompson looks like a lion rearing to go, at a prey, and he looked really well, and he shut down in the latter part of his race. And remember, we're talking about oblique as well. He pretty much stop running at 80 meters as well. So I tell you, if you didn't plan to stay for the final, I think you should book your ticket now so that you can stay right here. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys, because we're giving you all the updates that we can possibly give you. And we're sharing this exciting moment with you. And I tell you, you know what is so nice about this one? Last year, a few years, since we could say since Usain Bolt has hung up his spike, we haven't had a lot of noise as it relates to the male sprinting, and I tell you, the guys have turned up, turned out, and they are performing. So we are going to be behind them all the way. Brian has done really well too in his heat. So these guys have really put their heads and shoulders above the others. And I'm telling you, where I'm excited to see what will happen as it comes into the finals. So make sure you're sticking and staying with us so that we can give you all that information as it relates to the final. Tell me how you think they will place. Do you think these top three athletes are going to be the one, two, three, and the persons who will represent Jamaica in the 100 meters? But with the quality sprinting that we have here, and we could easily fit in a few others, I am looking forward for a good relay team too. So hopefully that is going to be sorted out as time goes by. But let us stick with what is current. We're talking about Tishane Thompson, Oblique Seville, Brian Lavelle, all running sub 10 times. And it's going to be really, really, really good to see what will happen in that final. But guys, just make sure you're here with us so we can share, that moment. Make sure that you are going to, call in to make sure you're sharing in the chat because we love to interact with you. If you're a new subscriber, let me know what you're thinking in terms of the. If you're a new subscriber, let us know so we can give you a warm welcome, I should say. And yes, so I think you are run, I think at 10, I think 10-19, if my memory serves me right. Don't quote me on that one, but he ran about that time and was way out of contention for the final. But we have to credit his determination to get back into the realm of sprinting and on top of the podium and on top of the tree as it relates to Jamaican sprinting, he is definitely trying. So hopefully he'll find back his skill and fitness to get back to that level. So that's what will happen here. So yes, so 10-19, that's the time he ran there, Johan Blake. So run it up TV, it's on screen there as we are providing you with all the updates. Any other questions that you have, put it in the chat. We'll do our best to try and get those answered for you. But yes, it is going to be a cracker jacker when it comes on to the final. I, guys, I want you to let me know which one do you think is more competitive? The women's 100 final with the likes of Tia and Tina, Sharika Williams, and the likes of Shellyan Fraser, or is it with Lavelle, Seville, and Thompson? Which race do you think is going to be more competitive? Do you think they are on the same level? Do you give the women the edge over the men in the 100 meters final? But I tell you one thing for sure, both are going to be awesome. And make sure you're sticking and staying here with us. So just let me know what you're thinking as it relates to the finals that are coming up in the chat because we really, really want to hear from you and let's continue to grow together. My co-host, if you're there, I'm coming over to you. If not, I will continue. So yes, and we must say, recognize all these athletes that they were out there and they went out there and performed, the likes of Christopher Taylor, Tracy Bent, Blake Smith, all of those guys who didn't qualify for the final. I always say track and field is a sport that is very hard. You only get recognition for the top spots and the top three spots. And sometimes you get first or second, you're still saying, why? You wanted to win. And that's when you get it. There can only be one winner. So it's a hard sport, I would say. If it is cricket, you could get a 5 wicket haul, you could make a century, and you feel probably good. In soccer, you score a hat trick, you score some goals, or you just had a good game. But in track and field, it seems sometimes you haven't hit goal, then you don't get that full, um, you know, that reward that you think you deserve, that full recognition, I might add. So we have to commend these guys. They go in, do all the background work, do all the training, and they came out and represented themselves. And I'm sure that they came and did the best that they could under the circumstance. And we must acknowledge and continue to support them as best as possible. Jackie is saying she's looking forward to both of them, myself as well as it is it is going to be both is going to be great. And Alkush is saying the women's final is more competitive. All right, yes. So just as you mentioned that, Alkush, I'm just thinking of a relay team with all those ladies on. If they can, Jamaica has had their challenges with relays in the past, but I'm thinking about the likes of Shelley, Kia, and Tina, Clayton, and Sharika. If we have a relay team with those four ladies on and we're able to get that baton around, then it should be really, really, really be a good run and a good, it would be the team to beat, I would say. Continue to comment in the chat and I'll continue to read what you are posting. Yes, you are around 10:19. That's his time in the semifinal. I think he ran in the second semifinal there. So yes, Johan still coming out and performing. But yes, Jamaica is looking good for the 4x100 if they get all things started out. So we're really excited about this one, and we're excited about the finals coming up. All right, guys. So I'm going to ask you for some support now. We need to get the likes up to 100, at least 100. We're talking so much about 100. It's a special number. It's the most mentioned number this evening. So this is what I'm going to ask you. We're going to try to get the likes up to 100 likes today. So tell me how many likes we have so far. Whenever we get to the 100, let's double that up to 200. Let's see if we can do that before we get the finals. Because here what? I'm saying 200 because we have 100 for the males, 100 for the females, and I'm going to say that they're both as they're equal in terms of the support that we're giving them here. We're supporting them through thick or thin. So hit the like button and hit the subscription button as well. So let's see what happens here. Some persons are still in the chat, and let's see. So everyone goes out to do their best, run it. So he did his best, and that's how it goes. Gail is saying, okay, so okay, I hear you, Gail. So you're saying the top eight contenders, the contenders are all right. So we'll see how that goes, but that's definitely something I am looking forward to, the relays, because I love relays. So guys, if you look in the chat, you can see the WhatsApp number being pinned, and it's in the chat. Call and let us know what you're thinking. So it's in the chat, WhatsApp calls only. So talk to us, talk to us, talk to us. Let's see who's going to call in first. I get the feeling that it's going to be a male caller coming in first, my co-host. And I'm going to see if I'm going to be right today. Let us see. Let us check
Perhaps.
out the line.
I
What do
don't
you
know.
think about that?
Should be good. And hopefully, because guys, we kind of transition to a different system. So hopefully that comes in. Or do you think I should drop the Zoom link in there as well?
Sure, if you want. Let's throw it out to them. Would you want to join on Zoom, guys? Let us know if you would like to participate on Zoom with us. That would be really nice. We'd love to hear your voice. It's Voices in Education. So if you want to join us via Zoom, then we'll definitely give you that link. Or you could just give us a call. Give us a
All
call
right,
on that number. What's that?
we're getting a call, Ovi, so let's check this out.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello, caller, you're live.
Oh, hello, good night.
Hi, what's going on, Tech
Huh?
Gaming?
I am feeling good. I like what I'm seeing. I'm like what I'm seeing. Even though I cannot see the actual race, I just listen to you guys. So I love it. I love it.
That's good.
And I'm sorry, man. I try my body to make it, man. Christopher Taylor.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I feel he will come up in the 200 though. I feel it will come up in the 200. But let's brace ourselves. I said this 100 meter is gonna be as I say, it's gonna be surprise and surprise, girl.
For sure. So for the women, so we have it on screen here. Who do you believe is going to be first, second, and third in the 100 meters for women?
To be honest, I really want Sherika. I feel Sherika, and I've got Shelly. When I say I don't believe it's art. Got the Clinton them. The Clinton twins, they are good. They're good. They're very good. But Shelly, I don't think Shelly gonna go like that. Shelly needs it.
Yes.
Believe me, she needs it. So, I'm looking for Shelly, Sherika, and Tia.
Okay, so you say Shelly, Sherika, and Tia. All right, so you're saying perhaps no Tina. Well, this is exciting stuff. And on the men's side, let me just put that on screen. The top three, who are you taking in this one?
I'm taking oblique civil, Brian Lavelle, and Christian Thompson.
All right, so Civil, Kishane, and Level. Yeah, that's fair. I think it's easier to pick on the men's side.
It is very, and the financial is very on the female side right now. They're all good. Believe me. This year, we're gonna this Olympic, this world champion. We're gonna sit well.
Yeah.
We're gonna sit well. Believe me. Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
For sure. Yes. And I feel that 4x1. Oh my God. It's gonna be even if we don't have any 4x1 for the male and Christopher Taylor on the first leg.
Taylor not going to make it for the 4x1.
Oh wow.
Based on, if you look on this, they're going to take the relay team from what is seen on screen here. So it's going to come from so Christopher Taylor not going to make the 4x1 team, not even to run the heats. So
wow.
So he's not going to make the 4x. No, he won't make the 4x1 team. And remember, the 4x1 team, they need to go and get the qualifying time, so they're not even set yet. So yeah, that's another story to Jamaican track and field. But yeah.
I feel they're gonna because I think I did hear something that they were saying them gonna do something, whatever it
Yes,
is.
yes, they have some meets that they're
Yes,
going to run
yes,
to get the time. So they should get it at
yes,
the first one. So hopefully all goes well
right.
and the other teams
I
show
go
up.
for
Yeah.
them. Yes, right, that's fearless. But I'm looking. I was. I know that Julian Ford did get injured, so I know he wasn't gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking. I was looking out for Cherokee young man. I like that. I like her, but I haven't seen her at all in the trail here. Nothing else here.
No, I haven't heard anything about karaoke. So guys, if you know
No.
anything about karaoke young, so the 400 meter, I just checked her Instagram and I recognize that she posted some photos recently, but that's all. So guys, you can let us know if you have any updates on Miss Young. That would be
Mhm.
fantastic.
Right. And Kevona Davis as well. That man, I've heard nothing from her.
So yeah,
Kevona Davis.
I'm not too sure what's going on with and it could be
Oh.
some form of injury, not too sure.
Mm-hmm. 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 Well, that's my intake, boy. I like what I see. We are back.
Yes,
We are
yes.
back.
I like it too.
And I can, yes, we are back. And I can see Jamaica male sprinter is back.
Yes.
Is back.
Yes.
Yes. So we can at least say yes. Because Jamaica is a brand. And without Jamaica, let me tell you, Jamaica is carrying the world. This little country, this little island is carrying the whole world. Everyone want a piece of Jamaica. Who don't want a piece of Jamaica? Who want to be like Jamaica? Believe me. So, my darling, I like what I say and thank you. I much appreciated for the highlights for the information. So as I said, I would really like to see the actual race, but
Yeah,
I
you
know that
know,
you all cannot go.
yeah, we can't do that. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But let's see tonight. Let's see the final. That's I real as I said, I really like Freddie. As I said, I really like Freddie. I'm waiting.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
waiting.
So that
But
will
boy,
come up soon.
then come and make it. You make it, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, my darling, thank you very much. That's really correct.
All right.
Let's see what's going to be later, okay?
All right. Thank you so much, Tech Gaming. Pick up yourself.
You're more than welcome. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
All right. And let me just guys, let me just inform you that Usain Bolt, and I believe Usain Bolt is in the National Stadium, and I'm not sure if Justin Gatlin is there as well as, but Ovi, I'm not sure if you have some more information on that. But guys, keep the chat going. The phone line is open and it is working. So give us a call. Ovi, over to you. Papino, welcome. Mark, welcome, welcome. And Eco, I see you there. Mindset Kishan is run a roll lead. I don't even just check the time. So let's see here. Ovi, talk to me.
Yes,
Justin,
I'm
welcome.
here. I'm here. I was checking in on the world leading time based on my little search. I'm not sure officially it's Noah who would currently have it at
No, 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 no,
981.
no. I didn't run anything since season.
So that's what I saw. So I was just, yeah, but
Not
it
that
was
I
a good
know of
run.
at least.
So they said that, well, based on what I saw,
I think
but
it's
he said
984.
from Simbine.
No, is it Bromwell?
Oh, so I'm
No,
not sure, but
I'm not sure. But
the,
guys,
the, that
guys, I
that
know
time
you'll
that
help us
that
out in the
Hussein
comments.
ran was up there. So if,
980. So that should be the new world lead.
yeah, once
Yeah.
the wind is okay, and I think that
I think the
was
win was
fine.
good. Yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
And
but
Mark is
it's
saying good night to you, Ovi.
oh, big up yourself, Mark. Really love having you here. You always come over and represent. Hats off to you, and you make this platform a bit better. And I'm not sure if you saw Justin in the place. Good night to
Yes,
you too,
I pick him
Justin.
up.
All right. Justin, a long-standing member here, and one who is always expressing himself really, really, really well. So thank you for being here. And yeah, let's see. It's going to be
And
crazy
Eco
though.
is saying is Bramel, yeah.
Oh,
Trayvon.
Bramel. Okay,
Yeah.
cool,
So
cool, cool. Yeah.
Kishane's 980 will be the new word because I think Bramel's time was 984.
Nine
So
four. Yeah.
980 is really Kishane. So mine said, thanks for bringing that up and sharing. All right. And we have in the chat here, George is saying Tina was so smooth. Watch out for her. And Jacqueline is saying Sharika, Tia, and Tina. And Papine is saying Sharika, Tia, Tina, Shelly. So that's the top four. And let's see here. Jacqueline is for on the men's side, Kishane, Civil, and Level. And yeah, Gail is confirming what I said about Noah Lyles. Yeah. So yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
So this is what just crossed my mind though, and look at how beautiful this would have been. So it's something that happened. So remember last year in the last World Championship in the final when Shakari took that one. If Jamaica had won that one, let's say Sharika won, that would get four athletes in this time, and we wouldn't be worried about one of the athletes not getting to run the individual 100-meter.
Yeah, but
So
that's it. That's it, life. And we could
life
take that
is
for
like
the
that,
100 as opposed to the 200, right?
of course.
Yeah. Anytime.
So it's going to be one is not going to go. I'm not sure. I know Shelly has the experience, and that's going to be really really weighing heavily there in that final. But the twins, they have been running really really well all season, and Sharika, I think Sharika has her thing all put together. So it's going to be a tough race, and I think that the female race is going to be a little bit more competitive than the male race. I tell you.
I
And
think
when
so
we
too, like on the female side. But Shelly is going, I think Shelly is trying to make the team, even the relay team. But I am not giving up on her. And really, guys, it's hard to say that one of the twins, they're not going to make it. Like it's really competitive. I think it's going to be left up to the nerves, you know? And in that context, Shelly with the experience, understand the pressures and everything. So we'll see what happens. But if we look at the times, let me just switch to the women here. If we look at the times, as you can see on screen here, you would perhaps say you have that 10.86, 10.93, 10.94, and then you have Shelly and Alana there, 11.02. So perhaps Shelly is saving the best for last, which makes sense. And she's in running from lane 3, which is not so bad of a lane. All right. And then you have the two sisters who will be next to each other and Sharika in 6 there. So Tina there with a good, I guess, place to be, unless she's going to be too nervous. But next to your sister, that should give both of them some strength if they have been doing this for a long time together, right? So we'll see what happens. Guys, the phone line is open. The number is pinned to the top of the chat. So if you look at the top of the chat, you can definitely give us a call. We would love to hear your voice. Now is the time to call us. And Eco is saying here, okay, Twin Turbo. So Tia Tina and Sharika and George. All right. Mark Collins is saying on the men's side, Thompson Civil level, fourth spot is going to be close. And Eco is saying Tia is going to run at 10.7. And Gail there, I'm still going with the Rocket. All right, let's take this caller. Hello, caller, you're live.
Hello there, voices. How are you doing?
I'm good, Mindset. How are you?
I'm not bad, man. I'm enjoying the coverage
Thank
as usual. So what you think? What you think of the civil run? I didn't get to see the. I'm not seeing the races.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was listening to some description of it, but it sounds like he had his hand out at around 60-65
he
meters.
was
what
very
was going on?
Yeah, he was very smooth. It was as if he was just talking. That's from my vantage point. It was as if he was just talking to himself to say, yes, yes, I am here, because he looked at the time. And I think from that semi-final, the two semi-finals that we saw, I would say Civil was more like less energy for him than Kishane. I would say Kishane exert a little bit more, even though he was relaxed, but Civil was more relaxed. To be doing that in a race and to be like saying to yourself, like, I don't know what was going through his mind. I'm just assuming, like, I am back. That's the reaction that I'm getting. I'm like, yes, yes. And he looked at the time, and he did that 984. So I think he can go pretty lower than that, right? Kishane too was smooth, but from the two semis, I would say Kishane did a little bit more than Civil. That's just being fair and from my vantage point, because to be doing that, and yeah.
Okay, I was sort of worried that Kishane, that Civil had some kind of, he felt some niggle or something. I thought that was what it was.
Well, I hope not. And I hope I was reading that the right way. But the way he was looking to me was more celebratory than Ovi. How did Civil look to you from your vantage point?
Okay, so Sybil looked like he was celebrating, in my own view. I don't think it was any niggle. I think he made a concerted effort just to save some energy for the finals. He definitely eased down. If he was going, it's like driving. You're driving 80 and then you have to go down to 60. That's how he looked when it came into that final part of his race. So I don't think it's an injury. I think it's more of a celebration. And the thing with Sibel too, I think he wants to get that, as they would say, that monkey off his back of not getting a medal in the World Champs or the Olympics. So I think he's really hard on himself. And he's saying that, yes, probably saying, yes, I executed this one. This is what I want. And just trying to boost himself up going forward. So I think it's more of that I got more than him being injured. So yeah.
All right, Mindset. Yeah, so that's Ovi's take on it. Hold a moment there, Mindset. I'm not sure what's happening. I'm not getting you back in the system here. Just hold a second. All right, guys, we're just checking here. Mindset, are you still here? Could you just, all right, go again.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, fantastic. We're up and running again. Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't see the race. I was just listening to a coverage, and the person who was describing the race, he was sort of not sure what went on. So I'm just asking because I know you guys are actually watching. So I just wanted your perspective. But you cleared it up. So,
it didn't. Like, I mean, we are here, like, but based on what we saw, it didn't look that way to us, right?
Okay.
It was more like, I am back. And that's why I asked Ovi for his opinion, because he's on the other side.
Yeah.
Because it was more like, I am back, I am ready, I can do this, and like that's how I got it. That's how I got it. So
Okay.
yeah.
I'm happy to hear that, and I am happy about Kishane as well. Looks like he's handling the round though. The round, okay.
Oh yes, fantastic.
I think the finals will be fast, both male and female.
Yeah, for sure, I agree.
Yes, man. And I am enjoying the coverage as usual.
Awesome. Thanks, Mindset. Appreciate your support.
Yes, man. So just before I go, what time will the finals be around? Because it's what?
So
it's 3:25
in London. So can I get some tea? Yeah. Anyways.
Yes, anytime. Anytime.
Okay, mate. Hey, mate. Can I get some tea, mate?
Yes.
So it should be, well, I guess I'll give you the Jamaican time and you work that out. The women's final is going to come up at 9:45 Jamaica time. So that's the time that is scheduled. And then we'll have the men's 100 at 9:58 Jamaica time.
9:50. So 9:45 and 9:58.
Yes, so that's what that's the time based on the schedule. So if they are going a little bit behind, then it will vary somewhere there-ish.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Voices.
You're welcome.
All right, then I'll just continue to listen and give somebody else a chance.
All right, then, Mindset. Thank you so much.
All right, then. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, so I'm going to try and return your call. All right, so let me just see if we can get you on the phone here. So again, welcome one, welcome all. If you're just tuning in, we're so happy to have you here with us. So I'm just returning this call, but caller is not picking up just yet. So just waiting, ringing. All right, so caller, you can definitely give us a call back. All right, so yes, guys. So let me just take a look in the chat here. All right, the caller is calling me back. Hello, caller, you're live.
Okay, enjoying your commentary from Tobago here. OJ Caesar here from Tobago.
OJ, thank you for calling in.
Yeah. In the men's final, well, Kishan is there.
Yes.
Seville, and then Lowell.
Yes.
The girls' final, the toss-up is between Tia and Shakira.
Sharika?
Well, Tia. Yeah, Sharika.
Okay, so you're going with it. Oh, Tia and Sharika. So how about the other twin?
Yeah, well, Tina is there too.
Okay, you're going with the twin Turbo. I'm trying to get your accent. Am I doing well on this side?
Yeah. Do I like Shelly to come up there? But Shelly could surprise, you know. You know, half a there. I know this is a final go down. I would like her to go out in a blaze of glory, but you know, but Tia and Sherika, yeah. Kishan is there, as I said before. Seville, you could listen. You could have an upset with Kishan and Seville. Oblique, yeah, could be a hair's breadth away. But those are the two I'm looking for there. Kishan and Seville.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, man. So keep up the good work, man.
Thank you so much, OJ. And you make a good doubles?
Yeah. Doubles on road.
Okay, all right. You know, you guys have to help me so I can visit all these countries in the world because I must come to Trinidad to get some authentic doubles.
Yeah. We will welcome you when you're ready to
All
travel.
right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Right.
All right, so that's OJ there from Tobago. All right, so we want to big up the Twin Island Republic, Trinidad and Tobago. So again, OJ, thank you so much for calling in. And, big up to the Twin Island Republic, TNT, Trinidad and Tobago. Guys, I was getting the accent. All right, so going back into the chat here, and I'm just looking at some of the comments here. And Gail is saying that Civil is hungry, and for sure, I can definitely understand that. And all right, and Thompson, Civil, they will push each other. And proud of Brian Level for sure. And I am saying that, he was coming to do some upset, but perhaps he'll settle for that #3 spot, and maybe Akeem Blake will not be the one to go through. All right, so we'll definitely see. Well, did Akeem? Let me just check back here to see the time. No, we're at the wrong slot there, guys. Let's just go back here. Yeah, I'm saying maybe Akeem Blake perhaps might be the one not to go through there. All right, so let me see here. And Papine is saying, so why Osborne did I ask Elaine for that? Yeah, and on that note too, I want to wish Elaine Thompson era all the best, and we just have to keep her in our prayers and just continue to support her. It's a part of it, and there is no guarantee, guys, that perhaps she would be here if she was at MVP or with Miss Osborne, Shaniki Osborne, because injury is injury. And if so we don't know, but we know though that under that kind of conditioning, perhaps she would have been better in terms of speed. We don't know what is happening with Elaine, but let us just hold her in a good space and place for sure. All right. And Jacqueline is saying, I'm so sorry I'm not at the stadium. I would surely have to bow my head to Shelly. So anything she gives me tonight, I appreciate it with respect. And that's the thing. We just have to appreciate that, because she could say, okay, based on where I'm at, I am not going to run. But Shelly is a true competitor. When Shelly shows up on the track, she's going to compete. And it's not as if she's going to say, okay, I am not going to win or whatever. She's going there to give it her all. And we have to love that and appreciate that. So yes, we need to definitely have a Shelly celebration here too. So we'll see what happens. And guys, when we say we're doing a Shelly celebration, we want you guys to call in and we just send some good cheers. What do you guys think about that? Shelly celebration for Shelly and Fraser Price. I don't know, something like that. All right, and let's just go back down here. And Lisa, welcome. It's 9:30 in the Midwestern US. What time is it in Jamaica? 9:33 Jamaica time. All right, so perhaps, and Eco is saying I get my doubles on Flatbush Avenue. Where is that, Eco? And Orville, welcome, checking in from Chicago. So welcome. And Mindsets agree that we have to celebrate Shelly for sure. So we will continue to watch the journey of Shelly and Fraser Price, and we'll see what happens. If she's going to World Championships, then we'll wait and just wait on her calling, and we'll definitely have a Shelly celebration. So we want you to be a part of that. Lisa Roberts, hands up for that. Avi, coming over to you.
All right, I'm just going to chip in on the. So this is how I would coin it. It's a celebration. I hope you're
Oh,
getting
I
that one.
love
So
that. A
celebration. So
celebration.
yeah,
I love that.
we
Please remember that, guys. A celebration. I like
gonna
that.
have a celebration. Yeah. So really a real strong woman in sprinting, and when you reflect really reflect on where she's coming from, and how she has been advocate for the athletes out there. and a role model as well. She does really good interviews, and she knows how to handle herself
Oh
in
yes, very
public. And
composed and yeah.
so she's blazing a trail for all these young athletes that they are competing with her right now, but I'm sure they respect her to the fullest, and we do. She has held the flag really, really high. So yes, guys, make sure you turn up and turn out for the celebration. All right, back
Yes,
over to you.
guys, and we're getting closer and closer to it. So if they're on schedule, should be about 10 minutes, but we'll definitely keep you. And mindset, put it in there. Celebration. Yes, guys, hold us to it. And we're going to have it. Right, right, right. So we're going to have that. So, guys, if you're interested in that, you can also send us a message on that WhatsApp number. We'll add you to the group, and we're going to do our celebration. I like that. Celebration.
So just to add a little bit of information here. So I can remember what she said in a recent interview that the world championship is going to be her last. So it's not a if she's
Did
going to
she
be
say the World
good.
Championships, or she said that she's the last time in the National Stadium?
Well, I'm thinking world championship. So maybe
I heard
I'm
the
getting that
National
one.
Stadium because I wasn't sure.
So so I just get the feeling that she's going to get there to the world championship. So that's my belief here. So back over to
Yeah,
you.
so yeah. Thank you. And on that note, we go back into the chat here. And Mark is saying Shelley is and will be the greatest sprinter to ever grace the track. And I'm proud to know she's a Jamaican. All right. And Eco is saying, big up Shelly. I'm originally from Waterhouse. All right. So big up and big up to everybody from Waterhouse. All right. Mark is saying, come Antigua, you can get some, what is that? Ducana and linkfish or some, okay. Is that fungi or fungi and pepper pot? Yeah, somebody was telling us about that. And also in Alfred's country, St. Lucia. We like that celebration. Yes, mindset. So we're going to keep that one. And Donna is saying, I'm patiently waiting. Eyes are sleepy. All right. It's coming up. It's coming up. So they're at the boys, I believe, under 17. All right. So that's where they're at in terms of the final. And then they're going to have the girls under 20 finals, then the boys under 20 finals, and then we move to the seniors for the finals. So it's all 100s that are going on right now. And let me just show you some of what is happening so at least you can see the results coming in on screen here. So there you go. And let me just look in the chat. So guys, we can perhaps take one more call. One more call. So another call. Just come on in right now. Now is the time to call. And let us see here. Mark is saying, don't count. Okay, out Shelly. She might just pull off a surprise. And I wouldn't be surprised, Mark. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, let's take this caller. Hello, caller. You're live.
Hello, good night. Mark talking.
Mark. Thanks for calling. So I suppose this is Mark Collins because I know the other Mark.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
correct.
Okay, good.
I don't know, but I like what I'm seeing happening at the National Stadium. I'm not seeing the races live, but I like what I'm seeing from the screen. From the men's side, I am proud. I am proud to see where our sprinting has come back on the men's side since the legendary Usain Bolt has departed and left the track. I do believe though that tonight will be a massive race. I think we'll see that world lead dipping below where Kishane brought it to in the semi-finals. It will be a battle to the line between him and Civil, but I think Kishane will just
beat him to the line there. On the woman's side, it's kind of hard to call, to be honest. I honestly believe that Shericka Jackson has something up her sleeve. Because if you notice her races through the rounds, she hasn't really pulled off anything shooting as yet, or being that explosive as we used. And what most people haven't realized is that Shericka Jackson has now been better at starting, which is something that she hasn't been good at. Because what we're used to is her top end speed and her finish. She's now starting pretty well, and that's something that we'll have to watch out for. But my biggest achievement coming to the final for the women is to honestly see Shelly making the team. Right. I think that would be very, very breathtaking and applauding to see her in her last race making the team to her final championships.
Yeah, that would be awesome, and I think everyone would really appreciate that. I believe everyone would really.
And I think for the women, we're going to see a pretty fast time. I am predicting around 10:74, 10:75 for the winner. And I think the second place will be close. So we might have two women going going below 10:8. If my predictions are right. And we may have a pretty fast race.
And I get that.
Probably have a few personal best.
So Mark, at one point, right, Ovi and I were talking about the fact that perhaps Shericka is not going to double at the Worlds. Perhaps she's going to focus on the 200. So I don't know. There are different things that we have, put forward on the table. Sometimes we have some conversation, guys.
Well, I think. But if that's the case,
Shelly will go through. And
if that's the case, and Shericka won't focus. If Shericka won't do the 100, I think then she will just allow Shelly to run the 100 for her last championship.
I think
and then focus on the 200, because I think Shericka Jackson is more leaning towards that 200-meter record than anything else. So that might be the case for real.
So we'll see.
She might just be using the 100 meters as training.
Yeah, and perhaps because she just want to show, hey, I'm going to try and get this title. And I don't know, because I don't know if she's going to run the 200 at the trials, because she has a bye, right? And that's what we're talking about, the fact that we would appreciate if Shericka had the bye in the 100. Because at least we would have 4 athletes going. Because in the 200, I don't think we're outside of Shericka. We're not that competitive in the 200. And I don't know what the twins will do, but yeah.
Well, if that's the case, that would be good. Because at least we'll have Shelly running her final championship. And I don't think anything that she does from here on will be anything of disappointment. Based on where she has come and the stage where she's at in her career. As one of the persons in the comments said earlier, that she would have glad to be in the stadium, to bow to, whatever Shelly does. But for Shericka Jackson, I think if that's the case, I think she's just using the 100 meter to keep herself in shape. Because she wouldn't necessarily need to run the 200 because she already has a bye. So I mean that's something I didn't look at earlier, but now that you mentioned it, it's actually something that.
Just hold on a second there. I think you went down a little bit low. All right, go again.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
No, I'm saying I didn't pay attention to what you were saying earlier until you said it.
It's just an assumption. It's just something that we're putting out there.
But it can be the case, because she doesn't necessarily need to run the 200 meters at the trials either. So she may just not run the 200 meters because she already has a buy-in and just use the 100 meters as race preparation.
Yeah.
So that may be the case for real.
So that's just, when we're thinking track and field, we just think of all the possibilities and some things that we see, and just knowing her as an athlete. So that is something that we believe might be on the table, guys. So just to let you know that.
Yeah. So that may be the case. Yeah. And big surprise coming, from I don't hear people mention it a lot, but Brian Level, he's having a pretty good season. Yeah, he's having a pretty good season, a pretty good championship so far. So we have to look out for him as well in the finals.
Absolutely.
I expect him to make the team. I don't expect him to be Kishen or Oblique, but I am not counting it out.
I think he might pull off an upset. That's what I said earlier, that he might do an upset.
I believe he has the capacity to pull off an upset if he gets out quick enough. But I don't see him beating either of them. But I'm not saying it can't happen, because it's definitely possible.
Yeah, we got you on that one for sure. Yeah.
So let's see what happens. I'm tuning in on the live for the race results. So let's see.
Thank you so much for calling in, Mark. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right. So Mark there just called in. And right now, as you can see on screen, is the boys 100, so under 20. And right after this race, we'll have the women's 100 meters. So, Ovi, I'm just coming over to you. So now, guys, we're not going to take any more calls at this time, because we want to focus on what's going to happen. And yeah, and we won't spoil it for you guys. So we try to hold in with excitement just so that you guys can, but I don't know. But we'll definitely try our best to just keep that in so we don't spoil up things. But Ovi, coming over to you if you're able to come on in at this point.
Yeah, I am here. And, I'm just thinking about the 100 meters for the females. And I'm just looking on the motivation that each lady will have in the race. The twins running together, I'm sure that is something that they have thought about and they wanted all their lives. One sister was doing well, the other sister came forward, and now we're seeing the resurgence of the other sister. So the twin turbo, they are fully motivated. Sharika, I was listening to you and Mark on the call just now. Sharika wants the double. I think she wants the double, the 200 and the 100 meters. So I'm not seeing her setting herself aside any at all, for Shelly in that regard. So I am not going to support that in any way or form. And I don't think she would either. And so she's going to
She
go
would
hard
do
out.
what?
So step aside so that Shelly could go in the 100.
No, we're not saying that she's going to step aside for that sole purpose. No, what we're saying is that, based on even what I said, like, I think that perhaps she's going to focus on the 200 to perhaps ensure that she get that gold medal again. Especially if she's going to be challenged so much on the 100 instead of doubling and losing 2 gold medals. Let's say, put it that way, not winning the 100 and not winning the 100.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
She will step aside. That's just an assumption. So if she does, then Shelly and Fraser. But I hope if she's doing that, then she be very timely in communicating that, so that when Jamaica is there, we don't hear that she's not running and we don't have anybody to replace her. That kind of thing. But yeah.
Yeah. So I think she's highly motivated, and I know Shelly is not going to go out there unless she thinks she's going to be giving the best of herself. So it's going to be just a cracking race coming up, and I can't wait to see how that one will pan out. So, yes, I'm going to go to the chat for a little bit. I saw a comment. I saw Donna saying that she wants to sleep, and it is 10:35 where she is at. You can't sleep now, Donna.
You're just seeing that one. I talked about Donna already.
Okay.
I guess you're just seeing that one.
Yeah, just seen that one. Yeah. She can't sleep, man. She have it out for all the fun. All right, coming back over to you.
All right, fantastic. So, guys, we're just one race away, and you see this race is coming up on screen there. That's the race before the women's 100-meter finals. So, you know how it goes. We cannot no pot cover, but we're doing this for all of us, all right? So, yeah, I'm going to try to ensure that I am not spoiling anything for you guys, so for sure. All right, so you're seeing this is the under 20. So Riquelme Reed there taking this one 10-2-3. All right. Excelsior Eagles. And guys, if you have not yet hit the like button and the subscription button, my, what are you waiting for? All right. So we're just looking here and let's go down in the chat. And Mark is saying if she's going for the double, then we have to watch out, of course. And that's another way to look at it. And you're right there, Mark. And our main focus will be the 200. All right. And for sure, yeah. Eco, the excitement, keep me awake for sure. For sure, for sure. And remember to hit that like button, subscription button, turn on your post notification because it's now or never, guys. So we're right there. All right. We are right here. All right. So this is the moment. All right. That we have been waiting for. All right. So let me just tell you the lineup. All right, you should be seeing this on screen. In lane 1, Ashanti Moore. Lane 2, Jodine Williams. Lane 3, Shelly and Fraser Price. Lane 4, Tia Clayton. Lane 5, Tina Clayton. Lane 6, Sharika Jackson. Lane 7, Alana Reed. And lane 8, Janelle Smith. No. We're going to see something here. And I hope that all the athletes, they're in good shape. I think it was Tia. She was running with a tape, guys, on her leg, on her thigh, somewhere there-ish. So hopefully, all right, so we'll see what happens. So fingers crossed, everybody's okay, and we're going to have the most exciting race, or one of the most exciting races in track and field, all right? So we'll definitely see. And Eco is saying Seville looked nervous. Perhaps nervous because he was in good shape. I don't know. To me, he looked like he was in a celebratory mood there. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Can we get the likes up to 200? Come on, man. It's not costing you. Just hit the like button, hit the subscription button. Easiest ways to support us. Or if you want to get super in the chat, why not? You can also become a channel member. All right. So we appreciate your support. All right. So this is it. Let me just get some water. This is it. All right. This is it. This is it. All right. Welcome one, welcome all. If you're just tuning in, well, you're right on time. All right, because we're about to witness something magical, something spectacular. All right, so, all right, IT, Medea, welcome. Dalton, all right, welcome. So it is Shelly's last race at the national championships, all right? So, and Usain Bolt is definitely there to see Shelly. Yeah, and absolutely one of the greatest, you know? So for sure, that is fantastic. All right, guys, so we're definitely going to keep you posted on this one. So we're going to see what happens on screen here. And let me just take a quick look in the chat. Ovi, do you have anything that you'd like to say in less than 10 seconds? And
All the best to the young ladies.
that's good. That's good. All right, so here mindset is saying I saw Civil's race just now. You guys were correct. He was feeling great and was happy and celebrating. That's what I saw. So thanks for double checking that and letting us know mindset. And IT saying MVP 1, 2, 3. All right. All right, MVP. So that's on the women's side there. All right, so we're definitely getting ready for this. And Mark Collins is saying Tia. All right, Sharika and Tina. All right, I guess that's your 1, 2, 3 pick there. All right, so this is going to be a big one for sure. All right, guys. So yeah. And come on, guys, hit the subscription button. Let's go, let's go. We need about 55 more subscribers to get to another 100 mark. So come on. So let's hit the mark, please. We have 2 marks here. So let's hit the mark. Iko is saying Tia, Tina, then Sharika. All right. So we'll see what happens. All right. So keep those predictions coming in. Keep the chat going. All right. And we'll definitely see what happens in this one. And let me tell you, Usain Bolt is there and he is very proud of Shelly and Fraser Price. And, you know, he was just, I guess, wondering that perhaps he could have gone some more years, you know, based on what he has seen from Shelly, one of the, perhaps right now, as we can say, the best sprinter, you know, ever. And the athletes, they're out and we'll definitely see what happens in this context, you know, last year. So what will happen now? I don't know, but we'll definitely find out in about 11 seconds, you know. So we'll definitely see what happens. Rico Dane, welcome. We still can bring 4 in 100 if a Jamaica win Diamond League finals this summer. Oh, they're counting that too. That's a good point. This Diamond League or the one previous? Because I know that is why perhaps they extended the World Championship time. So we'll see. That's a good point, Rico Dane. All right, so that's a good point. All right, that's a good point. So we'll see what happens. All right, so we'll see what happens here. All right, so we'll see what happens in this one for sure. All right, so the athletes here, we'll see. All right, so we'll see what happens here in the context of this one. Athletes are getting ready. And George is saying Tina, Tia, Sharika, and then Shelly. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens in this one. All right, so we have looking on the screen here, we have 4 athletes from MVP. So these athletes, they would train together. All right, and then when you look here, we have 2 athletes from Sprint Tech. So they are training together. Shelly would have had some connections with MVP, so training with Sharika. And so perhaps Alana is the only one who is not really familiar in terms of training with these athletes in the field. So you can see connections here. So that is definitely interesting here. And Easygo is saying Alana will be in the top 4. I would love her to be. She's always there for Jamaica for the relays and everything, but we'll see what happens. Vanessa, but we can only have 4, right? And right now we're talking about 3 and we don't know which 3 yet. Well, some people do. Vanessa is saying, Shelly, I go to World Champs. That me sure, even if it's on the relay team. Something, right? All right. So, guys, if you're here and you haven't yet hit the like button and the subscription button, what are you waiting for? Come on, man. Now is the time to hit that like button and hit that subscription button as we continue to grow stronger together. So welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. Let us just continue to grow stronger together. Life with Jay, welcome. Yes, this is for the final. So that's the lineup that you're seeing there on screen. All right, so welcome one, welcome all. In a little bit, we'll have things going. All right, so we'll definitely see what Mark is saying. I'm nervous. Can I tell you? Oh my. Well, may the best athletes go forward. And we know that they're all very good, right? Dion, you're nervous too. Iko is saying me too. Should I say me three? All right. So mindset. Okay, good there. So we'll see what happens here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be the relay team. So not so the top 6 usually. So the next 2 athletes, all right. So the top 6 usually goes to the relay. So 1, 2, 3, 4 should be certain of a spot on the relay team. Then 5 and 6 will go to help with the heats. All right, so we're looking at that too as well in that context for the relay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But for sure, for the individual event 1, 2, 3. All right. All right, so in that context, so just to put that in context for you, all right, so this is something to look forward to, all right, in this context. All right, so do we have a changing of the guards? We'll see what happens. All right, so the athletes now, they're getting, I guess, changing and going to and ready for the start right now. So lining up, and in a little bit you'll see the screen going. All right, and Sharika looks race ready. Let's put it that way. She looks very focused and looks like she's ready for business. Dion is watching from Florida. So hello to everyone tuned in from Florida. Welcome, Dion. All right, so we'll definitely see. And Iko is saying, I think so. And let me tell you, everybody's like standing up. They don't want to miss anything in the stadium there. All right, so guys, we'll see something moving soon. All right, that's it. All right, again, Ashanti Moore in 1, Jodine Williams in 2, Shelly Ann Fraser Price in 3, Tia Clayton in 4, Tina Clayton in 5, Sharika in 6, that's Sharika Jackson, Alana Reed in 7, Janelle Smith in lane 8. All right, so Mr. Special Edition. You want us to get in trouble? But welcome. All right. All right. So we'll see what happens here. Shelly is going to deliver. That's a big question. Will she? Once she shows up, we know she means business, and Iko is saying changing of the guard, all right? So we'll see. So we'll definitely see what happens in this one. All right, so we're waiting. And just keep your eyes on the screen, guys. Well, Mr. Special, go where they'll treat you special, all right? Everyone is treated equally here. All right, so equity. All right, because I'm not sure. We do our best with what we can. All right, so just to let you know. All right. All right, so let's see what happens in this one. All right, guys. Soon equals soon. Soon equals soon. All right, soon and very soon. All right, we're going to see who takes this one on your screen. All right, so we're waiting for this one. And we will see what happens. And they're off. Let me know right now in the chat who is going to win this one. Oh my word. Let us know. All right, so that's the situation there. That's the situation there. And let me tell you, I don't know what's going with the screen. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you something. Unfortunately, something happens, and I said it earlier, but it's 10:81 for Tina, and it's a world champ time. Sharika 10:88. Tia went down, guys. Remember I told you that there was a tape. Shelly and Fraser Price 10:91. So, guys, Tina goes back to her sister Tia. It's a new personal best for Tina, massive. And let me tell you, Janelle there you see the times coming in, guys. Tina goes over to her mom, 10:91. So Shelly has definitely booked her ticket. But I wonder what will happen in the context of the relay. Will Tia at least get that opportunity? No, that becomes very contentious or can be problematic because people have booked their spot, all right? So we'll definitely see what happens. And then this goes back to our conversation if Sharika is going to do this, but this is what it is right now. Oh my God. So this is what it is, but I guess our semi-final time. Ovi, I'm going to come over to you quickly, and I'm also looking in the chat here. And I can see here. So Tina is now the faster of the Clayton twins right now. Guys, are you seeing this? 10:81, you know, she's now the faster of the two. All right, so Tina was usually the faster one. Then Tia stepped up, and now Tina has come back. So we'll definitely see what happens in this one. And yes, Mark, we feel that one for sure. Yes, Eco. And well done to Shelly-Ann. Alco, Shelly saving the best for last. Donna, oh wow, Tia. Yes, tears, and yeah, that's just very unfortunate. Ovi, I am coming over to you. What's your views, your comments on this one? Talk to us.
Wow, this lay race was loaded, and I tell you, guys, when they got off, the four ladies in the center of the track, they got off really, really well. Kelly with her bullet start, and the twins, they were there right with her as well. Sharika was also in the mix, and at about 50 meters, you could see them slowly pulling away from the rest of the field. But at about 60 meters, so unfortunately, Tia started feeling some injury, and she had to pull out of that one. But the other ladies, they continued a beautiful race run. I tell you, beautiful race run. Shelly was able to hold on to the third spot. Sharika ran well. I think for sure Tina had the best race out of all of them. But there are some things that you have to put into context here. Shelly and Fraser, it's the first time she's running sub 11 to my knowledge this season. So she definitely saved her best for the final, and she knows how to compete. We don't have to say much about that. But Sherika was there. She did enough, and Tina is doing really, really well. And let me say, I hope Tia will recover from this injury, pretty soon. I
Yeah,
hope it
because
was
remember
just some
I said
cramp.
it that I saw her with that
Yes,
tape
you
in the
did. Yeah, you
field,
did
and I
mention
was
the
and
tape on her leg
almost like
there.
I jinxed her,
And
guys.
yeah, but the other thing too is that Tia was next to Shelly, and Shelly was right beside her as well. So I don't know if that was any sort of intimidation for her in any
I
way or
doubt it.
form.
Like the
I
tape
don't
said
know,
a
but
lot because she was next to her sister, so that would
that's
have
true.
given
That's true.
her the
But you react differently when you know that you have certain competition beside you. So I don't know, but all I want to say is that hopefully she'll have a speedy recovery. And Shelly, being the sportswoman that she has gone over to Tina and congratulate her, and that was awesome. And she's also having good dialogue there with Usain as well. But brilliant race run by Tina. And I tell you, Jamaica's sprinting is in a really good hand. And I tell you that Shelly, if whatever Shelly was destined to be at the World Championship, let me say that. Back over to
yeah,
you,
for
my
sure.
queen.
For sure. And I'm glad, and as you can see here, the times and the world champs qualification times here on screen. All right. So Tina there, 1081. I believe in the context of world leading times, we'll have Jefferson there. And perhaps we'll have, not perhaps, we have Alfred. And then I believe it would be next Tina. Somewhere there-ish, guys. And Tina is sharing that she just wanted to stay focused for this race and execute, a good race. It's her first senior finals since becoming pro, so this is a big feat, Congratulations to Tina. Yeah, so she has done really well, considering the challenging year, testing year. And she is saying that, having the faith in God is pretty much what kept her through. And she saw her sister performing last year, and that kept her through, and the sleepless nights that she has had, crying and training, wanting to give up, but now she's doing, but there is always that, voice just telling her to keep going, and our friends, support system that ensure that she was okay, helped her to, achieve what she did today. And it's a big surprise she shared to see her friends, being there in the national stadium. And she's definitely commending her mom and bigging up her mom for, being there for them and just to keep them going and supporting them always. And her hope is to just remain healthy and maintain that focus as she gets ready for Tokyo. So hopefully I was able to give you that in a nutshell based on what our 100 meters champion Tina Clayton shared, all right, in our post-race interview there. So Tina there regaining. So Ovi, I'm going to shift over to you a little quickly for just for you to see there, and you can see some photo finishes there on screen. So we're just trying our best to share as best as we can with you guys. So over to the men's here. And Ovi, I'm coming over to you.
Yeah, I'm here, and a lovely interview done there by Tina, and she represented her support system and herself really, really well. And all the best to her. And just listening to her interview, I know she was hurt from the Olympic Games last year when she didn't get to do her best there, and she got the support and
Not,
she did.
I think you're mixing them up.
But I might be, I might be the big sinner, but
That was
whatever
Tia.
happened around the Olympic Games
That
for
was
her
Tia
in
for the
terms of,
Olympic game, but Tina didn't make the team.
so I guess, and unfortunately this year, I guess one sister is all right. So whatever happened in terms of her getting on the team last year, I'm sure she's just happy that she's fixing that this year, and that's really, really good. But lots of support for Shelly in the stadium, and that was good to see persons really acknowledging her for all the hard work that she has done. So really, really good to see them up and running, and Shelly doing really well at the 100 meters. Still a long career, and she's still coming out and representing. That's really good to see. And I'm going into the chat a little bit.
All
Eco is
right,
saying the change
fantastic.
of the guard. All right, I'm going to leave the rest of those to you. As Mark is saying that we hope that Tia is okay, and let's see how things will go. Mr. Special is talking about the 100 meters, the ring on level for the win. So, guys, let us know who are you bringing for the win this
All right. So
in
on
this
that
one.
note, Shelly is sharing, that or shared that, she's thanking God for, all the, what she has been able to achieve, support system, and specifically mentioning her husband. And it has been a journey. And she knows that in Jamaica that we have so many athletes, who can represent the country. It's fantastic. And she also shout out to Usain and the grandstand, everybody, Waterhouse, everybody who has supported her or still supporting her. And she's trying not to be too emotional on this one, but she's definitely grateful for the support. And she's also sharing that there's a lot to work on in the context of her race. And when it comes on to race sharpness, she understands that there is some work there to do, and it's a long season. So we expect that she's going to do those preparations to ensure that she, do our best in Tokyo for sure. All right, so I'm just trying to multitask there, guys, just listening and trying to relay all that to you. So hopefully you got the gist of that. So Shelly is pretty much in preparation mode and trying to ensure that she does whatever, is required to get race ready for Tokyo. So that's really the gist of it. And she's very thankful to our support system. All right, so over to the men's 100 meters, and hopefully we don't get any heartbreaks in this one. Everybody runs straight to the line. So Bawaji and Krume in lane 1. In lane 2, Akeem Blake. Next in lane 3, we have Brian Level. Lane 4, Kadrian Golson. Lane 5, Kishane Thompson. Lane 6, Oblique Seville. Lane 7, Rowan Watson. And lane 8, Raheem Ford. All right, and let me look in the chat here. Brian Level for the win. Oblique for the win. All right. So it's a brand new PB. All right, for Brian Level, 9.94. Can he, all right, lower this one? All right, so that's the question. All right, so 9.94, new PB there for Brian Level. So let's see what happens in this finals. All right, so welcome one, welcome all. All right, so we'll definitely see. All right, so new season best here for Kishane, 980,977 PB. So let's see what happens. So Oblique is there in the race, and so 984, as you can see, to make it to the final. All right, so second fastest man in the world this year. All right, so Kishane, 980, Seville, 984. All right, so we'll see what happens. All right, and we'll see what happens. Ron Watson, back in 2023, he was the national champion, so we'll definitely see what happens. And Eco is saying, will not predict. Mark is saying, Thompson will run a world lead. All right, so guys, if you have not yet hit the like button and the subscription button, what are you waiting for? All right, remember to hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let us just continue to grow stronger together. All right. We have some country people in this race now. If you are a Cuban, Garvey Mastio, big up yourself. Kishane Thompson. If you are from Edwin Allen, big up yourself. Brian Level. Clarendon people, we're large and in charge. All right, guys. So, who raised their hands? So, they were asked to stand up. So, some tension. I'm wondering if that was Seville. All right, so we'll see what happens. There's a problem with Seville. He's almost in tears, pointing to his hamstring. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's crying. Oh my God. His teammate and crewmate goes over to him. Seville knows he's going to pull, so he's perhaps wondering if he should walk away. Oh my God. What is happening? He's stretching. So in a case like this, the race has to go, but he knows what he's feeling. What in the world is going on in the National Stadium? So maybe he felt something in the semi-final. I'm not sure, but it looks celebratory. He's walking it out. Somebody from the start there. But I am wondering if he's going to pull. He's running. So in national, he's trying to stretch. So, oh my God. And we don't want to see another Tia Clayton situation here. But he knows what he's feeling. I'm not seeing his coach, so we'll just see what happens. And he wants to represent his country, so you can just imagine he's feeling that grab. And oh my God, I don't know what to say, guys, honestly. So he's going to be so disappointed. Kishane Thompson stepped off the track. So I'm not sure if he's trying to buy time for Seville, understanding that these are scheduled events. So maybe he's trying to buy time because he knows, you know. So Kishane stepped off the track. So we'll see what happens. Oh my God. So honestly, I don't know what is happening. And I know from a Jamaican standpoint, so the athletes are trying to hydrate themselves. So maybe this might impact the time that we will see. So Kishane is now back on the track. So I don't know. So maybe as a country, we just need to protect Seville by not having him run. So I honestly don't know, but this is a hard one. This is a hard one. So they're working on Seville. And we are not, and I know he wants to go. I'm not seeing Coach Mills, but I know they were working on him at trackside. And he knows what he's feeling, but kudos to the other athletes. So we'll see what happens here. And he's running, and let me tell you, the crowd is so supportive. They want to see him. So he's testing out his legs. And maybe just have to just try and get into that at least top 3. And I know he wants to get there. This has been something that has been plaguing Seville, unfortunately. And yeah. So guys, that's the situation. Ovi, I'm coming over quickly to you. Quickly. I don't know your thoughts on the other side there.
Yeah, so the thing is with Civil, I think what is happening with him now, he wants to just get through this race and get in a qualifying spot and then work on his recovery. So that's where what's weighing his mind, and he doesn't want to go and then damage it further. But you know, this opportunity comes once, and you know, hopefully he can get this one. He's gonna try, and I understand why. So it's just a tough situation. It's heartrending to see because you can see that he's in good shape.
Yeah, and the next thing is to having the athletes there waiting for too long can be very problematic, guys. And you guys know my take on that in the context of, you know, going to the start and it's not ready. So Seville is in the race, and I don't even want to look.
You know, when he come in, bro.
Ove, we're hearing you. Don't spoil it. Mute yourself. And let me tell you guys, Seville is in there. Oh my God. Guys, Seville, I'm not even sure why the screen isn't showing, but Seville got in there. We didn't want to spoil it, but 979 for Kishane Thompson. And Seville came through with 983. And Krume is in there, I believe. But guys, I am not too sure why. All right, here we go. It's on screen. No, it wasn't Nkrumah. It looks to be Akeem. Here we go. Oblique Seville. Pull that off. 975, 983 for Seville because he was a little bit tentative in the context of the race. So while he was going, then he just decided that I am going to speed up right now. That's what I saw. I'm so proud of Seville. 975 there for Kishane. Akeem, 988. And Brian Level, unfortunately here, and guys, I'm just trying to, because I was just so focused. 1043 there for Brian Level. All right, so that's just unfortunate. So perhaps he, you know, run. And that's the thing with doing the rounds. So last year, same results, Kishane, Oblique, Akeem. All right, so. All right, so that's the situation there. And the chat, is going. Let's go, Seville. I told you Thompson will run her lead. And Mark is saying the top three I wanted to see. Now Akeem needs to get to work. All right, so that is fantastic. So, Ovi, I'm coming over to you now. Share the excitement now.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, I was so excited. I
I'm
forgot
sorry I stopped. I'm sorry I
to
stopped
mute.
you.
I
I'm
tell you,
sorry I
I
stopped you
thought
because
that
it wasn't running on screen.
yeah, I didn't remember to mute, but I tell you, it life is like this, and it's life lessons to be honest. So this is how I analyze this situation let me first start with Kishan, brilliant on the world lead. I had Kishan to win this one based on how he ran that semi-final. He shut it down from about 80 in the semi-final, and he was just in cruise mode. But his form was so good that if I didn't see the slow motion and the zoom up, I wouldn't even recognize that he wasn't putting in the 100%, the full effort there. But for Seville, I tell you, he has a heart of a lion. The thing is, the injuries have been plaguing him for a while, and I think what happened to him was that he felt that same feeling that he normally feels before he pulls something or get injured, and that was what was weighing on his mind. But he told himself that he's going to go out there, he's going to put in his all, he's going to give it everything. It's all or nothing. And he faced his fear and he was able to get through to, that second place. And, special. So I have to give him a special salute for that. It's not easy to go and face up to your fears like that, knowing that you could ruin your career. He placed everything on the line there, and we must salute him for that. And a special shout out for Akeem Blake too. It's really, really good run from him. But it's still really, really taking the focus here because of what happened before the race.
But
And
yeah, Ovi, just on that point with Seville, like, remember, I think his PB is 981. And for somebody to feel that pain so much, and he did the right thing, to hold his hand up, step off the track, get medical attention, and then come back and run 983. That tells a lot. And now we can say, okay, it's good to have the trials in June because it gives Seville the time to prepare, to get ready for, the world championship. So that is definitely fantastic there as well. So back over to you, Ovi.
yeah, for sure, this early with the child will definitely give him a chance to work on whatever was there. But it could be a case where it was the mind playing a little bit of trick with combination with the body. But he has and you can see it in his celebration that yes, I did it because he knew he was in good form. But he got to have it that he was supposed to get to the world championship, and he went out there and he did it. But something I must I don't know if his injury played any role in anybody else, that delay for anybody else. But what I could say is that I must commend the other athletes for supporting him during that time and the officials as well to give him that little extra time so that he could feel, build back that confidence to go out there to perform, just to get that sideline medical attention. And I saw the likes of Nkumre and Kishane Thompson going over to him to, say, bro, hang in there, bro, or just to give him some kind words. That was really, really good to see the kind of unity that was there. So
That is
I
so good.
love that.
And
Yeah,
because Kishan could have said, like, I need this race to go now. And I
yeah.
think Brian Level pulled up. And that is
Oh,
concerning because he's like the favorite for the 200. So I am not too sure. It would appear that that happened with Brian Level. So and hopefully he is well and yeah, something happened there, I would say, but I am not too sure, guys, what happened with Level in that context. So that's a situation where level is concerned. So hopefully he is okay and he will be fine in that context. And Iko is saying just saw Tina's race. All right. So yeah. So guys, that's it there, for day 2. And we're going to take like 1 or 2 quick calls. So I'm just going to open the line again. The number is in the chat. So 1 or 2 quick calls and that will be it, and we'll wrap up. So just to let you know about tomorrow. All right. So the number 3. All right, so in the morning, they will have, some heptathlon events, javelin, the men's 200 meters, all right? That also will happen in the morning, the prelim. All right, we'll see discus, so quite a few field events, so from the seniors as well as the juniors. And, all right, so let's just take this call. Hello, caller, you're live.
Yeah, Mark.
Talk to us, Mark.
Boy. Disappointment and gladness,
Understand. We can have it both ways sometimes.
I really wanted to sit here. I really wanted to see her through that race. Nonetheless, I think the 3 at least that made it through to compete are pretty competent enough to represent us well. I think Shelly is now going to get into beast mode to prepare herself for the championship. So we're looking forward to that. Tina will be delivering, that's for sure, because she missed out on the last championship and she was very sad about that. So I know she will be coming to compete and competing at the best of what she's capable of doing. On the men's side, like you nearly scare everybody a while ago. When I tell you say Civil looks like he's going to pull.
So what happened, right? So Mark, let me tell you now. I just look over and I just see one and go up. So I say, well, that look like Civil, right? And then I noticed that it was Civil. So, but he did the right thing as opposed to false starting, right? So, because, yeah. So he raises that, and then I recognized that he was holding, almost like crying, like tears. And I said, Lord, what is going on? And then we figured out that it was the hamstring. So he was feeling some cramps. But he was determined to run. So he was trying to stretch, but then it's like he couldn't move, So that kept happening till eventually he went to trackside. And I want to, like, we when we see like things like this happening too, especially with Kishen, because Kishen stepped off the track, and I recognize he did that in support of Civil, because that at that point the starters, even if they wanted to carry on with the race, like there was another athlete off, and then the other athletes, they were getting water and just trying to, I guess, keep hydrated in that context. So Civil got medical attention at trackside. They worked on him, and then he started to stretch. And then when he started to just run on the track, the crowd was just cheering on. So it was just good to see that kind of support. And sometimes, guys, this is what happens. Athletes, they are real people. They feel real pain, and who wants to just crash out of a final like that, So that...
Exactly. And Kishen, of all person, knew how important it is to have Civil competing with him at the 100 meters in the World Championship. I mean, you need persons like that. I mean, not having Civil on the team would have been a big blow, and that would have been heartbreaking for us as Jamaicans. I think Akeem Blake, I'm not going to say he's a surprise because I know he's capable, and that's why I made the comment I made. I think he needs to get to work, get some work in, and get back to his best. Akeem Blake is a competitor. He knows to compete, but I think he's not consistent enough. And that's what he has been lacking for the past probably year or two. He needs to get back into that competitive state of mind. And once he gets there, then he will be a competitor back. Where I don't think he'll get to oblique and his shade, but he will get there back to where he needs to be.
Absolutely.
But when I watch the semi-final, because I went back and watched the semi-finals,
yeah,
and that's why I made the comment and said that Kishen is going to run the world lead. I knew he would have run faster than what he ran in the last trials. I think he ran what 9.77 in the last trials. When he ran the last time at the stadium at the national trials, I think he ran 9.77. He ran 9.75 tonight. Based on the semi-final time, you saw where he pulled. He literally pulled.
And I think he could have gone faster, but even Oblique could have gone faster. I think both Kishen and Oblique could have gone faster because Oblique to me was a little bit, like, should I push my body? Like when the race started,
I don't want that. I don't want that for Oblique.
And then eventually, yeah. And then eventually said, you know what? I'm going, I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I figured,
I think what Kishen needs the perfect. I think Kishen is the perfect running through the line. I don't think he knows how to do that.
Just stretch out your hand, let me shake it for you, That is his problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he knows how to run through the line.
Said
and
that.
I think that's why he got beaten at the last when Noah Lyles.
And even in one of the diamond leagues, even other day with one of the diamond leagues.
He keeps pulling right at the line. Don't pull, run through the line. Unless you're Usain Bolt where you're leading 5 meters in the race or so, where you can ease up if you want to ease up and you're not running for a record. Fine, but you're running to the line, you run through the line.
And I think he's working on that because he looked just from the quick look, because all sort of excitement on my end and trying to maintain my composure. See me almost messing up in the chat because yeah, so I think he's getting better at that, and that is something I guess obviously he has the team to support him in that regard. So we should see that improving, but I think he can lower this 10.75 for sure. For sure.
I definitely believe so. I think Kishen can go near if he doesn't run sub 10.6, 9 sub 9.6, 9.7. I think he can run close to 9, at least 9.72, 9.7 flat. I think he has the potential to do it, but he does need to push himself and run through. But it's a good look for sprinters. Let's see what the 200-meter delivers. And see what Shericka Jackson have for sleeve for the championship. And yeah, I mean, my only disappointment for tonight would have been Tia.
And I hope because I know she better.
I know she wasn't injured. Yeah, I know she wasn't injured. She would have definitely been in that mix, and it would have probably been a different race because she was right there. Yeah, but all good for me. Other than that.
Awesome. Thanks, Mark, for calling again. And if you don't mind sharing, where are you tuning in from?
I'm in Jamaica, Kingston.
All right, Kingston, large and in charge. Pick up yourself. All right, Mark. Thank you so much.
Blessings.
All right. All right, guys. So there you have it. That's it. And I was telling you about for day tomorrow. And we'll be here, so make sure that you hit that subscription button, turn on your post notification so that you do not miss any updates. That is definitely important. So we have the 200 meters for men and women, all right, tomorrow. All right, so we'll definitely, and that will be we'll have the semis tomorrow. So I guess in the morning, they're going to run the prelims and then the semis, all right, in the afternoon. So, and we'll also have, 100-meter hurdles for women, 110 for men, prelim. All right, some 800-meter finals, 400-meter hurdles finals. All right, we'll close out, tomorrow. So yeah, that was it. A very, very exciting and eventful perhaps the word to capture it all. but we'll be here to ensure that you have all the updates as best as we can. So we'll share what we can. All right. So Ovi, I am coming over to you. Any final comments before we close this one out? All right, so I am not hearing from Ovi. So in the meantime, let me.
I'm here. Sorry, I'm here. I'm here. Just want to say thanks to all the persons who have been here and kept us, so engaged. Mark for calling in twice, and all the other callers as well, and all the persons who are in the chat. Really appreciate you, and we're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. You have made this championship, day two of this championship, really, really a success for just being here and sharing with us and looking forward to seeing you next time. To see you tomorrow, I guess.
All right.
Continue to take care of yourself. Yes.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much, Ovi, for being here with us. And in the chat, I see Jamie. All right, welcome and happy for Akeem there. And Eco, okay, have a wonderful night. I'm not sure if you're still here. Cheyenne, welcome. And you're happy that your favorites, all right, made it. All right, so Kishane Oblique and Akeem and Baking with Lion, welcome. And I see your comment there that he was crying, I guess, Oblique, because he thought he was not going to, okay, be able to race. All right, and going down, Eco, all right, talking about sportsmanship there. I'm not sure what mess up O, but welcome O to the chat, and it would have been a different race. And remember, guys, I'm not going to, the starters did not call the race. All right. So we can't blame athletes. I shared that Kishain stepped off the track because the starters, they weren't doing anything. They weren't saying, come, let's go. Like they did not, right? So don't put any blame on any athletes. So that was not the way I intended for you to interpret Kishane's, whatever. We are assuming, because I don't know what is in Kishane's mind. We're assuming based on what, we observe that perhaps that was the thinking, but you went for water and remember that they were there, and too that they have to keep hydrated. That is definitely important. And I also shared too that that I am very particular when it comes on to the start, because you cannot have athletes there waiting, because that now in those situations they are more prone to picking up injuries. So that was also another concern. So it's not just that, they just stepped off because whatever. So let's just put that into context there for you. All right. So again, guys, we really, really thank you so much for being here with us. We really, really appreciate your support. And please do not leave without hitting the like button and the subscription button. And, support us as best as you can. We are here and we want to ensure that you are supported in the context of this championship, so the Jamaica Trials. And so we want you to support us. So we're going to go to some music. Damari, welcome. So Oblique, he was apparently feeling some pain, perhaps from the hamstring injury. All right, so that was what happened. And yeah, he got some support there and was able to run and got a second place finish. So that's pretty much that in a nutshell regarding Oblique there. All right, guys, so we're going to go to some music and then we will sign out of this one. Thank you so much. And guys, they say you just have to run your own race, run your own race, focus on your lane. All right, that is definitely important. continued blessings, guys. And remember, with Christ in the vessel, you can smile at the storm. Stick and stay with us. We'll definitely be back tomorrow, all being well. So ensure that you're here for that as well. You can be here by subscribing and turning on your post notification bell. So tap the bell, select all so that you do not miss any updates. All right, over to some music. And again, bye for now. We'll see you in the next live.